And then will you make me host again?
All right, Mr. Cole, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, I'm just talking to council as you were getting connected. We're going to adjourn these two files until February 4. So Ms. Joseph can have more conversation with the prosecutor.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome, and the clerks will set the time when they send out the notices.
Okay, great. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Have a good day, Mr. Cole.
You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. It's all right. Good morning, Mr. Holt.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I just want to let you know that I know you're in the waiting room. I'm waiting for the prosecutor to join us.
All right.
So I'll put you back in the waiting room until we can get some business taken care of.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Watts, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Waiting for the prosecutor to join us. I'll bring you back in when we have the prosecutor.
All right.
She's gonna be a problem. She's coming in right now. Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Angela, what I found doing these Zooms is it flows a lot better if I've got plea agreements in the files.
Okay.
Because then I can actually move ahead. Like, for example, if I stick you in a waiting room or excuse me, a breakout room with an attorney, I can start talking to other people because I got a plea agreement in the file.
Okay.
So if you can do that, that'd be fantastic.
Okay.
First person in the waiting room. Oh, before we do that, Christopher Cole, Attorney Joseph. She asked me to adjourn it for a couple of weeks so you can have some more conversation on that one.
That's fine.
That's February 4th. That'll be Judge Green's docket.
Okay, not a problem.
And then I'm going to bring Lisa Watts, plural, in.
Okay.
All right, Miss Watts, I've got Miss Manarino joining us now. I've got 3 files with your name on them. From April 30, 2019, I've got a misdemeanor contributing to delinquency of a minor. From October 16, 2019, I've got drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. And from October 16, 19, I've got a defective equipment civil infraction. Are you prepared to move forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yeah, but I already appeared for the delinquent of a minor one.
It looks like way back in October of 19, we adjourned it for a
is that
January
what it
court
was?
date.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you didn't make the January court date, it looked like. So we still got to resolve that file. Miss Manarino,
Gotcha.
was there an
Okay.
offer?
Yes, Judge. If she pleads guilty to the contributing charge, we'd ask the court to take that under 771 for a period of 12 months. On the driving on a suspended license charge, we would amend that to a no operator's license on person and dismiss the civil infraction.
What was the the civil infractions in default? That's a money deal.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. What was the contributing?
It's an attendance issue with her child.
I'm sorry, Miss Watts. Miss Manarino?
Judge, it was related to a school attendance issue with her child.
Miss Watts, which child was that? Give me a name.
I believe it was for my son, either Ronnie or Jason.
Oh, it looks like it was for both of them. The ticket says parent of minor times 2. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
Where-
both in the same school.
Right. What are they doing now? What school are they in?
Well, Ronnie, he's in the middle school at Lincoln, and Jason, he's in 5th grade at Childs, but they're doing virtual.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Manarino, your suggestion is we do a delayed sentence to make sure that they're going to school, but they're not going to school.
Well, they're attending virtually, so I've been in contact with the counselor at Lincoln,
Okay.
and I've talked to the principal at Childs in terms of they're still monitoring the children's attendance.
Okay. And how long a period of time did you suggest?
12 months, Judge.
Okay. All right. Ms. Watts, do you understand the offer that's been made?
Yes.
All right. And you understand that no valid operator's license on person is punishable by up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs?
Yeah.
All right. And do you have enough information to make a decision on the offer presented by the prosecutor today?
I mean, yeah, I just want to get it done and over with. But on the other hand, I don't have any money to pay any fines.
Well, money's easy. We'll work on a payment plan with you. We'll work that out. Understood?
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
so do you want to accept the offer from the prosecutor? Is that what I'm hearing?
sure.
All right, let's take the driving matter first. On October 16, 2019, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yeah.
I'll accept that plea and I'll dismiss the drove while license suspended charge. It looks like I've got a copy of your driving record here from last week. It looks like you've got three clearances you need to get from Plymouth.
Yeah,
then
that's
Then
the
one
only
from
thing
us.
I owe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're getting close. And as to the contributing to delinquency of a minor, you're pleading guilty to that one.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't get him to school.
All right, how old
It's
are
kind
the
of hard when
boys?
I'm not supposed to drive.
How old are the boys?
They are, well, turning 11 and 12 in just a few weeks, months.
Okay.
Or sorry, 11 and 13. Sorry, 11 and 13.
All right, so back on April 30, 2019, the two boys weren't making it to school on a regular basis.
No.
All right, I'll accept your plea on that one. I'll go along with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence for 12 months. Just as long as Miss Manarino's getting good reports from the two schools that the boys are doing what they're supposed to do for virtual class, then that won't be a problem. If it continues to be a problem and you're not doing everything in your power and control to straighten that out, then that's charge you're going to end up on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want me to consider before I sentence you on the no valid operator's license on person charge?
Other than, like I said, I have no money. My unemployment stopped. I have no money, so I don't know how to pay it. But other than that, no.
All right. So you have no source of income?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
I'm, in fact, living in a campground, so I don't even have an apartment.
Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set those two files, the no valid operator's license and the equipment violation, those two you owe money on. I'm gonna set these for review.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I thought it froze.
Nope, that's all right. I'm making notes. All right, so we'll set this for a review. We'll send you a date for an actual review date for after April 1. What I want you to do
Okay.
is contact us before that review date. If you can get some kind of regular payment set up, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. If you can just get some money trickling in, that's great. If your finances are still in the toilet at that point where you just can't commit to anything, then contact us. We'll talk about some other options.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Sounds
Any
good.
questions?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Paula, let's bring
Judge.
Mr. Holt in.
Okay, Judge, what were the fines and costs on that? I'm sorry, Marlisa called.
225 on the no office.
Okay. Anything on the deferred or delayed?
Nothing.
Thank you. I'm going to remove her first. There we go.
All right, good morning again, Mr. Holt. We are joined by Ms. Manarino, who is the prosecutor for Van Buren Township. I've got two files in front of me from October 16, 2014. I've got a no proof of insurance civil infraction in default with $478 due. And I've got a registration or plate violation. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Holt?
Your Honor, I just have one question. Given the age of the no proof of insurance ticket, is the court going to assess the fine on that? Because if that's the case, I would dismiss the misdemeanor. If he's going to pay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Mr. Holt, you fine with that? The misdemeanor goes away and we'll work out a payment plan on the civil infraction?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Ms. Manarino.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, so 478 on the civil infraction. What can you do on it, Mr. Holt?
I mean, I could pay it off.
When can you do that, sir?
I could do it over the phone, obviously, but I don't know, tomorrow at the latest, Friday at the latest.
Yeah, you got the phone number to call in because I don't have it.
Is it in all that paperwork I got from you guys?
Probably not. Are you still living on Schneider?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you let me give you more time and just bring it in? It'll save you extra fees because anything you do online or on the computer is going to cost you extra money.
All right, now we just go to like the Van Buren.
No, you come to the 34th District Court on Wayne Road, just south of 94.
All right, thank you.
All right. So if I give you until, where are we at right now? Somebody's already switched us into February's calendar. So today is the 14th. If I give you until the 22nd, you can drop a cashier's check or money order in our Dropbox 24/7, or you can do a face-to-face transaction Monday through Friday, as long as you're here between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
All right,
That work?
that does.
All right, you're all set.
All right, thank you, sir.
Judge,
Yep.
I believe that Vincent is Vincent Bartolotta. However, we do have someone on the docket by the name of Rachel Walklin. Marlisa, I couldn't think of your name, I'm sorry. Marlisa just brought in a brand new case for disorderly person. Do you want to take care of this today with that file? Or,
All right, you're confusing me. You're talking about Vincent Bartolotta and then you threw another name out. I don't even know.
I'm
who that
sorry,
is.
Rachel Walklin.
He's not even in the waiting room, right?
Right,
Then I don't want to waste my time talking about it. I want to deal with the people that are in my waiting room.
okay. I'm bringing in Vincent Bartolotta.
Mr. Bartolotta, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I've got two files, sir, from March 11, 2020, retail fraud, and from November 20, 2019, contributing to delinquency of a minor. Both of these are misdemeanors punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Each one of these is up to $500 fines plus court costs. I'm also holding a total of $500 bond on those two files. You understand all that?
Yeah, I do.
Ms. Manarino is the prosecutor for Van Buren Township that's joined me today. Counsel, is there an offer for Mr. Bartolotta? Am I saying it right, Bartolotta?
Yes, Your Honor. Close.
No, you say it. That's how you say it.
It's Bartolotta.
Bartolotta, good morning.
Yep. Good morning.
Counsel?
Your Honor, there is no offer on the retail fraud. On the contributing charge, the offer on that would be a plea to 771, and we'd ask for 12 months.
Was this a truancy issue as well?
Yes, involving his daughter, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm sorry?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Bartolotta, where does Sophia go to school now?
She goes she's in school right now. She goes to Rawsonville Elementary.
Okay.
She's online right now in school.
So I assume she's not having trouble getting there.
No, she's doing online right now in her room.
All right. So the way it would work on that one with the prosecutor's offer is if you plead guilty to that charge, in other words, you admit that back on November 20, 2019, she wasn't making it to school on a regular basis. In other words, she had truancy issues. Then I'll do a delayed sentence. Basically, I'm just going to hold this file open for 12 months to make sure that for the next 12 months, when what she's supposed to be doing for school, she's doing. At the end of 12 months, as long as there's no further problems, that would be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. You understand the offer on that file?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. On the retail fraud file, there is no offer. So on that one, you could either set it for trial or you could plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you prepared to make some decisions?
Well, I want to get counsel, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll put you back in the waiting room until we can do that.
But Your Honor.
Yep.
On the truancy thing, I will plead on that though. But for the retail fraud, I do want to get counsel on that though.
Okay.
I have a lawyer.
Oh, you do have a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your lawyer has not filed any paperwork with the court. Who's your lawyer?
I haven't paid him yet. Herb Larson.
Then you don't have a lawyer yet.
Nope. No.
All right. Do you want to talk to a court-appointed attorney?
Could I right now? Yes, Your Honor.
Not right now, but when we get one available, we'll do that. So we'll put you in the waiting room until we can make that happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Paul, you better call Bowditch and find out why he's holding me up. Can't hear you.
Chastity House is the next one.
All right, go ahead and try to get hold of Jeff and I'll bring House in. Looks like Miss House is having trouble getting connected.
Hello.
Miss House, are you connected?
Yes. I think so. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got 2 files with your name on them from April 25, 2019. Drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and interfering with a police officer. Each one of these is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs. Each one punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Joining us on Zoom is Miss Manarino, the prosecutor for the township. Counsel, is there an offer for Miss House to consider?
Yes, Judge. If she pleads guilty to the interference charge, we would dismiss the driving on a suspended license charge.
All right. Miss House, you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you have enough information to make a decision?
I kind of thought that my license wasn't suspended at the time of this incident. And then the whole thing with the interfering with the police, I was aware that they knew I was coming to the scene to get the vehicle. When I was approaching the vehicle, they didn't say anything to me until I started to like open the door. And that's when they just started screaming and coming towards me like, you're interfering and blah, blah, blah. And everything was just, I didn't know what was going on at the time because they saw me talking to the person that they had arrested. So I thought everything was cool because they didn't say anything to me. until I like started to get into the car and stuff.
Okay.
And that's when everything took place. So I'm not sure of what I want to do because I feel like I wasn't interfering because I didn't know what was going on.
All right. Have you talked to an attorney?
No, this is my first Zoom. I didn't know how to work it, and I didn't know I was having court. So
Would you like to talk to an attorney?
yes, if possible.
All right. We'll put you in the waiting room until we can hook you up with our court-appointed attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, he didn't know he was our MIDC today. He thought Sammer was. Sammer's on Judge Green's docket as her MIDC. He's also in Judge Green's waiting room, so I'm sure he'll be signing in as soon as he's out of her waiting room. I'm going to bring in Alex Colton and find out who that is.
Yep.
You want me to just remove it?
Sure. No, she's coming in. Alex, are you connected?
She's muted. Please unmute yourself.
Is it unmuted?
Yes.
Yep. What's your name?
Alexandra West?
West?
Yes.
All right, Miss West, I've got a file here. Gave false info to a police officer is the charge. The date was August 1, 2020. The possible penalty is up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that? All right. Are you going forward today without an attorney?
So far, I plan to acquire one.
Okay, well, when were you planning on acquiring one? This is a court date.
Shortly after this court date. I'm sorry, I'm a CINA during this COVID. I work the nights. I have been swamped.
So you want me to adjourn this so you can hire an attorney? Is that what I'm hearing?
That would be very nice. Yes.
All right, I'll adjourn this till February 4th.
Okay.
Okay, you're all set. You'll get a notice. You're still on Division Street?
Yes, sir.
Let me have a phone number. I'll put it on the file for you.
Okay. The email is awest.
I asked for a phone number.
Oh, I'm sorry. 734-695-0904.
695-0904.
Yes, sir.
All right, now I'll take an email.
Okay. awest 8595@gmail.com.
All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. I was in the wrong courtroom. I apologize.
No problem. Jeff, we've got two that want to talk to you. Mr. Bartolotta is charged with retail fraud and contributing to delinquency of a minor with a truancy issue.
All right. What's his name again?
Bartolotta.
Case number?
And Angela's offer is no offer on the retail and 12-month delayed sentence on the contributing. Is that right, Angela?
Yes, Judge.
All right. We'll put you in a breakout with him and then we'll explain the next one to you.
Do you have a case number, Judge?
Two of them. 200927 is the retail.
Your Honor, actually,
Yes, sir.
I plead guilty to it. I don't
Whoa,
even.
whoa.
You might as well talk to the attorney. I got him right here.
You're going to talk to me first.
Well, I mean.
We just spend a little bit together. We'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure your questions are answered. You can do whatever you want after that.
Okay.
Good?
All right, so the contributing delinquency of a minor, which was case
I'm
number
sorry.
20.
I just sent him in. I'll send him a chat.
What?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Who are you sending a chat for? What are you doing?
I just sent Jeff and Mr. Bartolotta into a breakout room. Do you want me to close it
Oh
and bring
yeah,
it
just
back?
send him a chat with the case numbers.
Oh, I can't do it while they're in the breakout.
And I don't know if he knows how to do chat anyhow.
I'm sorry, I was a little too quick there.
Ross, you're muted.
Hello.
What is your name?
Ross Robinson.
Good morning. You got no video, Mr. Robinson?
Can't see me.
There you are. And you're gone. All right, Mr. Robinson, I've got a file from March 12, 2020. The charge of drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. Punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that? Angela, are you getting a lot of crackling noises?
No.
I am. I thought maybe it was my head.
Not you, because I just muted you and I'm still getting them.
Ross is back. I'll bring him back in.
Is it me, Judge?
I don't know.
I'm you.
I think it is you, Angela.
If I restart, it'll resolve the issue, but it happens sometimes with the speakers on this computer.
Right.
But
Right.
you know, so if we get a break, I
Yeah,
will.
well, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Robinson, are you connected now?
yes.
All right. Did you hear me explain the charge against you and the possible penalty?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Manarino is the prosecutor for Van Buren Township. She's joining us by Zoom. Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Robinson?
Yes, no ops, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Robinson, no valid operator's license on person is 0 points. Drove while license suspended is 2 points. No ops is still a misdemeanor. It's up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. If you plead guilty to that charge, there is a chance that the Secretary of State would resuspend you or add time to the suspension you were in or suspension you were under on March 12, 2020. You understand the offer from the prosecutor, sir?
You were breaking up at the last part.
What did you hear?
I think the last thing I heard you say was they may offer more time on the
The
suspension.
Secretary of State may add time to the suspension that you were under on March 12, 2020, when the no proof of insurance, or excuse me, when the no operator's license on person charge is abstracted to your record. So if you plead guilty to the offer from the prosecutor, it will save you points, but there's still a chance you might have a resuspension or an added suspension. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you have enough information to make a decision?
Not really, but
What do you need to know?
I've paid the fine or whatnot, and I wasn't suspended for any amount of time. It was because I had a ticket that I didn't pay, that I paid the ticket or whatnot. So it wasn't like I was suspended for 90 days or any set amount of time. And
Okay,
I paid
I'm assuming
everything.
the prosecutor knows that your record is clear now.
Yes, Judge.
Right. Is there any information that we can provide to you, Mr. Robinson, that can help you make a decision whether or not you want to try the case or take the deal?
Just take the deal.
All right, did you drive a vehicle on March 12, 2020 in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I will accept your plea to the added charge. I will dismiss the original. Sir, I've got your address on Whitaker Road. Is that a good one?
Yes, sir.
Phone number 938-5886.
Yes.
All right. Fines and costs on this file total $300. I can give you a due date or I can set you up with a payment plan. Your call.
Take a payment plan.
How much per month and when can you start?
Whenever they send a stimulus. Other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
do
not
not
going to
have
make
a
a payment
job.
plan based on some government agency I have no control over. So you tell me when you can start your payments.
June.
I'm not waiting that long. I'm not waiting 6 months to see some money from you, sir. You have
I
no
honestly don't
source
know
of
when I
income
will
right now?
have money. No, I work in the live entertainment industry. I'm a stagehand in a union, and I do not have a source of income until they return entertainment.
All right, I'm going to order 30 hours community service then. How long is it going to take you to get 30 hours community service done? That means you're going to hook
I
up with
don't
a
know.
charity. You're going to hook up with a charity, some nonprofit.
I will see what I can do to get it done by the end of February. I don't know the process of doing that because I've never had any of this happen before. So
You hook up with a
figure out how to,
nonprofit. Church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army, registered nonprofit with the state of Michigan, volunteer with them, get letterhead from the agency that shows you worked a certain number of hours, get a total of 30 hours documented and presented to the court between now and March 1. That'll close your file out. If you want to pay it instead of the cut time, you come into some money, you get a job or something, it's 300 or 30 hours.
Copy that.
Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Good luck.
Will I get this in writing? I'm sorry.
No, you won't.
Okay.
Mr. Bowditch on Mr. Bartolotta.
Ready, Your Honor.
Here, Your Honor.
Today's the date and time set for pretrial. I've spoken with Mr. Bartolotta. I've spoken with the judge, and we have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Bartolotta would be pleading guilty to the charge of retail fraud in the first, I think, and the other charge, the contributing charge, would be taken, it is a truancy matter, would be taken under the diversion program for, I believe, a year.
All right, so Mr. Bartolotta, on November 20, 2019, is it true that Sophia was not making it to school when she was supposed to?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your plea on that charge. As long as we get through the next 12 months and the school is reporting to Ms. Manarino that Sophia is on track, then that file will be dismissed. It will not go on will not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. Do you understand
Your
that,
Honor,
sir?
Your Honor, we did move to Warren though, so we're going to have to report from Warren following the fall semester though. We don't live in the Belleville school district no more though.
All right, Ms. Manarino, does that change anything for you?
No, Judge.
But she will finish off Rawsonville online for the end of this semester.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And there's a $100 bond on that file. I'm going to transfer that bond to the retail fraud file. And you understand the possible penalty for retail fraud?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've discussed your rights with Mr. Bowditch. You understand those rights?
Yes, I do.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that charge?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right. Did you try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township on March 11, 2020?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
What was the store?
Meyer.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
So am I. Mr. Bartolotta, I'll accept your plea on that one. Total on the file is $500 fines and costs. We're just going to keep the bond money we've already got and close you out. So keep Sophia on track and you're out of trouble.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Manarino.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Jeff, you're going back in the waiting room till somebody wants you, if that's all right.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Miss House, remember she wanted to talk.
Oh, that's right. Put him in a breakout with Miss House. Angela, would you explain the offer on House?
Yes, Jeff, there's two charges, interference and DWLS. If she pleads to the interference, we'll dismiss the DWLS.
Ooh, that's good. What's your name?
Chastity House. I'm going to put her in the.
You know, I got a docket, but I got
Hello.
Judge Green's docket, so
Hang on,
I
Miss
didn't
House.
get Judge Oakley's docket.
Okay.
So what's her first name?
Chastity.
Chastity House.
Yes.
Thank you. Paula, do you have a case number? Again, I
House,
apologize.
Jeff. House's case numbers 19, 1562, and 1563.
Thank you. Again, I got the wrong docket sheet.
You're putting Jeff and House in, Paula?
Yes, yes, Judge. They should be going in right now.
What is your name? You're coming up as Meham.
Melissa Hammond. I don't know why it's coming up like that.
All right, let's see what we got for you, Miss Hammond.
Thank you.
All right, I've got a file here, misdemeanor charge of failed to stop.
My lawyer, is he present?
Nope. Have you talked to Mr. Upshaw?
I tried to yesterday. I made sure he was on that he had the date and time.
All right, we'll put
Want
you
me to
back
try?
in the waiting room and watch for him. You can try to get a hold of him.
Okay, I'll call him now. Thank you.
The next one is the last name is C, first name Kenna. That's cute, Tennessee.
Hey, Paula,
Yes, Judge.
put her in the computer. They gave me a sheet on the file that's got an impeding traffic, but I have no idea what's going on with it.
Okay.
I don't know if she's on a payment plan or. Good morning, Miss C.
Good morning.
I've got a file from August 11, 2019. The charge is false pretenses. $200 or more, but less than $1,000. That is a misdemeanor. Carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines, plus court costs. Do you understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I do.
Miss Manarino is the prosecutor for the township. She's joining us on Zoom today. Miss Manarino, is there an offer for Miss C?
There is not, Judge, and there is also $782.97 in restitution.
Give me that again. I'm sorry, 792?
$782.97.
All right.
I paid all my I paid my mom back all for everything that she loaned me.
Also, Judge, that one case is just closed out. So she
Thank
pleaded.
you. The impeding traffic is closed, Paula?
Yes, sir. I paid that yesterday.
Yes, sir, it is. It's closed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Miss Manarino,
Yes, Judge.
is Wilma Watkins your complainant that you need the restitution for?
No, it looks like the credit card company Discover reimbursed her for that, so the restitution will be owed to Discover.
Okay. You understand that, Miss C?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand the offer that's been made?
No, sir, I don't. Not actually.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, there's really not an offer. You plead guilty. There's going to be a restitution order. I guess your options at this point are you can plead guilty to the charge or you can set the case for trial. Have you talked to an attorney or would you like to talk to an attorney?
I'll try to talk to one here in Maine, but yeah, I'll plead not guilty because I had permission to use what I'd used.
Okay, so you're going to hire an attorney? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm going to talk to one out here. I probably won't be able to hire one, but I'll get some information from him out here.
Okay, I can adjourn this till February 4.
I just want to plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I still got to put a date on the
Oh, okay,
file. So
sorry.
I'm going to adjourn this until February 4.
Okay, sorry. It's just been a long day already.
All right, let me get some information confirmed. 392 Western Ave, apartment 184.
Yes, sir.
And phone number 248-392-6833.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll send you notice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The date's going to be February 4. The actual time will be on the notice.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Bowditch should be coming in the next 1 or 2 seconds here.
What the frick happened?
There they are.
I don't even know what happened. We was
Miss
talking
House
about
had,
behind
Miss
that.
House had, I'm
Oh,
sorry. Miss House had a question I was in the middle of, Judge.
We can put you back in.
For just a short amount, I don't know if you can regulate the time I just need to answer her question.
All
Yeah,
you
I
need
just-
to do is leave the breakout room when you're finished. Yeah.
All right.
okay. Yes, I just had one question. So if I plead
Ms.
if I
House,
go
we're going to
with-
put you back in the breakout
Oh,
so you can
okay.
talk to Mr.
I'm sorry.
Kubotich.
I'm sorry. I thought
You're right.
you guys were gone.
Okay.
Nathaniel Lewis,
Yes.
good morning, sir. Mr. Lewis, I've got a number of files with your name on them. I've got a January 16, 2020 violation of technical requirements. That is a misdemeanor. I've got a February 21, 2020 violation of technical requirements misdemeanor. Each of those is up to 90 days in jail. Each one up to $500 fines plus court costs. I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 civil infractions. The civil infractions are in default with money due. From January 16, 2020, I've got a blight on property. That's got a total of $276 due. From January 16, 2020, I've got an unlicensed vehicle charge. That's got $276 due. From 2/21/20, I've got another blight on property in default with $276 due. And the last civil infraction is a technical requirements violation, civil infraction from February 21 with $276 on it. Do you understand the charges, sir?
Yeah, but they're not on my bill.
Hold on. Let me do it my way. You understand the charges, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Manarino is the prosecutor for the township. She's joining us on Zoom. Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Lewis to consider?
Your Honor, yes, yes, in talking with the ordinance officer, I've been informed that these violations have been corrected. So to the extent that we can dismiss things, I'd like to do that. I know
Okay.
with misdemeanors, I don't know what the court can do on the civil infractions.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Lewis. These 4 civil infractions went into default. What that means is we didn't hear from you when we were supposed to, or you missed a court date, one of the two. You understand that?
Uh-huh.
Do you know why these went into default? Did you miss a court date or anything?
I may have missed a court date because of the fact I did not receive the court date order, and I'm not computer, frenzy. I can't.
Yep, I got you. I got you. All right, so what I'm going to do based on what Ms. Manarino has told me, I'm going to dismiss all these files.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank her.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
You folks have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Melissa Hammond is just waiting for, to talk with Jeff.
Yeah.
Mr. Bowditch is back.
I did that successfully, Paula.
Doesn't look like your client did though,
Please
so
leave your message for 616.
I'll just close him.
I told her not to touch anything.
I'll just close it.
This is the 34th District Court calling for Sherman Jones. Mr. Jones, you are over 30 minutes late for a Zoom hearing. We will issue a bench warrant if you don't zoom in pretty quick. Mr. Bowditch, tell me what we're doing.
Your Honor, with Miss House, she wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I've spoken with Miss House. I've heard from Miss Manarino. Thank you, Miss Manarino. And we would be pleading guilty to the one charge of interfering with a police officer, wrong place, wrong time. And that was her excuse for it. And the driving while license suspended would be dismissed.
All right. Ms. House, you understand the possible penalties for the charges?
Yes, I do.
And you understand your rights after discussing those with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes.
And understanding all of that, your decision is to plead guilty to the interfering with a police officer?
Yes.
And you're doing so freely and voluntarily, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, tell me what happened on April 25, 2019 in Van Buren Township that makes you think you're guilty of that charge.
My significant other, he got arrested. He called me to let me know what was going on. I pulled up to where he was getting arrested at, and that was really it. And they said I was interfering.
I didn't hear anything about interfering. I just heard a lot about geography. What did you do wrong?
I went to talk to him in the car, and then I was supposed to be getting his car. I walked to the car, and that's when they said I was interfering when I was
Once
walking to
again,
the car.
I haven't heard what I need to hear. Did you not do what they told you to do, or were you cursing them? What were you doing that was interfering with the police?
I was getting property and I shouldn't have been.
Mr. Bowditch, I can put you back in a breakout room, but you know the facts I need to hear, and I haven't heard them yet. Three
Your Honor,
chances.
could I voir dire the witness?
Please.
Or the defendant? Miss House.
Yes.
When you arrived on the scene, were the officers still conducting an investigation?
Yes.
Did you get in the middle of that investigation?
Yes.
Did they tell you not to be in the middle of that investigation?
Yes.
Were you reluctant to leave the investigation?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied.
All right. Ms. Manarino, was there an offer of delayed sentence on this one, just a straight plea?
Straight plea, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. House, East Michigan Ave, lot 243, a good address?
Yes.
734-772-7162, a good phone number.
No.
Go ahead and fix it.
972-7162.
972-7.
162.
Thank you. Anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
No, sir.
All right, I've dismissed the drove while licensed suspended charge. There is a $45 clearance fee on that file. I don't care if you ever pay that, but if you don't pay it, you can't get your license straight with Secretary of State. You understand that?
Yes.
On the interfering with a police officer, the total fines and cost $500. You want a due date or a payment plan?
A payment plan, I guess. I do have a question though about that.
How about we do with my questions first?
Okay, that's fine.
How much can you pay per month and when could you start it?
I can pay $100 a month, and I can start. What is today? The
Today's the
14th.
14th.
On the 21st.
Your Honor, is there a bond?
There is not. You had a question, ma'am?
That was my question, because when I did talk to him, he told me that I had a $300 bond and that it could go towards the fines and costs. That was my question.
Where'd you get the idea there was a bond, Mr. Bowditch?
Miss House had asked me, she told me she already paid for the driving while license suspended. I said that didn't happen, but you may have posted a bond.
Oh,
and then I explained the bond procedure.
Yeah, Miss House, did you pay the ticket that gave rise to the suspension? Is that was $300?
Yes, I paid. I remember I paid something online. Yes.
Okay, that might have been the underlying ticket for which Secretary of State had you suspended, because there's no money on either one of these files. Had you posted money on one of these files, there would be a receipt in the file. There'd be a notation somewhere. If you can go back and find your receipts, we'll be happy to explain to you where the money ended up.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm slightly confused on that part. So if the case got dismissed, then I didn't need to pay anything, basically, or am I misunderstanding?
No, you're grossly misunderstanding things. I just now, 2 minutes ago, dismissed the drove while license suspended charge in keeping with the plea agreement with the prosecutor. If you paid $300 prior to that on some other file, I don't have that in front of me. I'm like 99% confident that you did not pay any money on that file because there's nothing in the file that shows there was any money. That's why I'm suggesting you find your receipts, and then we'll be happy to tell you where your money went if you have your receipt, because the receipt will show which case number it was paid on.
Okay, it's fine. We can set the payment arrangement up for whatever you want me to set it up for.
Well, you just told me you could do $100 a month starting next week.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, we're all good then.
Thank you, Ms. House.
I have Melissa Hammond and her attorney Randall Upshaw is in the waiting room now.
All right, Jeff, we'll put you back in the waiting room. Bring him in, Paul.
Net.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Upshaw.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, that's correct.
Counsel, your appearance for Ms. Hammond, please. Mr. Upshaw, your appearance for Ms. Hammond, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Randall Upshaw on behalf of Ms. Hammond.
Ms. Manarino, is there an offer on the Hammond file?
Yes, but I need to speak with Mr. Upshaw. Judge, could we be placed in a breakout room?
Sure. Paula?
Do you want me to put Ms. Hammond back in the waiting room or just leave her?
Just put her in the waiting room.
Okay, and then I'm going to check on a couple of people.
Morning,
Morning,
Bill.
Judge. Do we have Lori Myers here this morning, or is she across the hall?
She's not in the waiting room. She's on my docket, but she's not in the waiting room.
Okay, no, I wasn't sure if it got moved to courtroom.
Yeah, we've got a couple people that we don't know the way they came in the waiting room and they're not identified. So Paul's going to check them right now.
Okay, All right, well, Angela and I need a breakout room when she's available.
She's in one right now with another attorney, but we'll make that happen.
Thank you, Judge. And apologize for yesterday.
No problem. I'm assuming you're already found your sword with your client.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll put you back in the waiting room.
1818 isn't paying
Yeah.
attention, it looks like.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
What is your name, please?
Yes, it's Sonia Moore.
All right, Miss Moore, we're going to relabel you and put you back in the waiting room till we're ready for you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have Mr. Upshaw and
Yep.
Angela. I'm going to bring in Miss Hammond again.
Yep. Miss Manarino, do we need you to take care of Mr. Upshaw's file?
I'm going to dismiss it.
Okay, done. We're going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Mays on the Meyer file. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Upshaw, is it safe for me to assume that neither yourself or Ms. Hammond are going to object to a dismissal?
That's a correct assumption, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Hammond, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You as well,
You too, Ms.
counsel.
Matarino.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't see Mr. French on the docket, so I'm going to bring him in and ask who his client is.
Fine.
Good morning, Mr. French. May I
Good.
ask what your client's name is?
Asensio, Jessica Asensio.
Okay, we don't have her checked in yet.
I just spoke with her. Let me, that's her calling me right now. Can I take the call?
If you want to put it on speakerphone, Judge will handle it like that right now.
Hello, Jess. Jess?
Yeah, hey Ronnie,
Yes.
I was trying to get online, but it's telling me that selected either a case number or
Asensio?
a name
Yes.
to search on.
Okay, the judge is online. I'm online. He can hear you. I got you on speaker.
Can you spell the last name, please?
I do apologize.
Ascencio.
Do you know what time she was?
9:10.
Okay, I think you're in the wrong room. And you could be on for Judge Green, perhaps.
Okay. What courtroom are we in?
You're in
2?
courtroom 2 for Judge
Yeah.
Oakley.
That's what it says on the notice, but I'll log out and I'll go to the other courtroom.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Judge, if you'll just give me a second. Also, when the guys come in to get the files, if you'll tell them to bring them to me, please. I'm supposed to be doing those now. I'm trying to check them in and see where they're at. And just to make sure about their attorneys. Okay. We do have. Thank you. I just reminded the judge.
Mr. Mays, are you ready on Myers?
We are, Judge. We're just going to ask for an adjournment out to February 4.
Actually, I can't give you February 4. Judge Green wants us to give you March 18th.
That will work too.
Pick a time, sometime after 10.
10:30.
Sold.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Do we need to have Ms. Myers come in or no?
You know what? She's never been arraigned yet, so let's take care of an arraignment and set a bond.
Okay.
Address, where is she? Paula, we got to have her in. Where's she at?
She's not in the waiting room yet.
Oh,
She never showed up yet.
I've been texting her. Let me text her really quick.
Yeah, Bill, you can move on if you want to. I'm going to give her the standard personal bond, no mood altering substances, confirm her.
I'll wait.
information.
She's a little nervous.
Yeah. I'll put you in the waiting room. If you got to go, take off.
Sure.
When we
No,
find
I'm
her,
good.
All right.
Thanks, Judge.
Yep. Good morning, Ms. Torres.
Good morning.
I have 2 files here from September 12, 2020. Disobey traffic signal, that's a civil infraction. And operating while intoxicated, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand all that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yeah, I can't afford one right now. I'm unemployed.
Would you like to talk to the court-appointed attorney?
Sure.
All right. Paula, put Ms. Torres in a breakout room. We'll send the attorney in just a moment, Ms. Torres.
Thank you.
Jeff, Christine Torres. Case number is 20 VB 04020 A and B. Is there an offer for Mr. Bowditch to discuss with the client, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor, impaired, and we would dismiss the civil infraction.
Thank you.
The original charge, OWI.
Yes, Jeff.
First name Christine.
Correct.
All right. Ready, Judge?
Mr. Jacobon, who's your client?
Good morning, Your Honor. My client is VRL Bush.
When is Mr. Bus scheduled?
9:20.
And I don't see Mr. Bus in the waiting room yet.
He's from Washington State, Your Honor. I have him on the phone if needed.
That's fine. All right. And Ms. Manarino, is there an offer on the bus file?
Is it possible to speak to the prosecutor, Your Honor?
You want a breakout?
Yes, please.
Sure. Paula, can you put the 2 attorneys in a breakout?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Counselor.
Yes, thanks, Judge.
Yep.
You want me to bring in Perry Staggs?
Now let me talk to Sonia Moore,
All right.
please.
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Moore, I've got a number of files today. I've got an August 13-19 misdemeanor failed to stop or identify. I've got a July 12-20 civil infraction, no insurance. I've got a July 12-20 misdemeanor registration or plate violation. From that date, I've got a drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied misdemeanor. I've got a May 2020 civil infraction, no proof of insurance. And the last file is 2 more misdemeanors from May 26-20. Drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and reckless driving. At one point, it looks like you spoke to one of our court-appointed attorneys. Would you like to speak to the attorney today?
Yes, I would like to accept the offer.
All right. We'll put you in the waiting room until Mr. Bowditch is freed up.
Thank you, Judge Oakley.
You're welcome. Now I'm ready for Staggs. Actually, I'm not ready for Staggs because I got no plea agreements in the file.
I was just thinking that too. I'll put him, there we go.
I got him.
Okay. We've got Miss Manarino back.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Paula, we're gonna have to figure out who Staggs is because I can't find him on the docket unless you can find him.
I've got him. He's scheduled at 9:30, right under Simon.
Oh, there he is. Yep. All right. Counsel, I'm sorry. What was your client's name again?
Viorel Bus, B-U-S, Your Honor.
Yep. I gotta find that file. Okay. What are we doing on that one?
Your Honor, if you would be allowing us to have an adjournment, I had a chance to speak to the prosecutor, and we would like to work the matter out, but we need some time to get the other party, the other side involved in this particular discussion.
Okay, this is the last pretrial you're gonna get, though. This is the fourth pretrial date.
Understood, Your Honor.
10:30 on the 18th of March work?
1 second, Your Honor. May I check my calendar?
Sure.
What time in the morning?
10:30 on the 18th of March?
I will take it, Your Honor.
All right, and bond is continued. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Counselor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Angela, we're bringing in Mr. Staggs.
Okay.
Mr. Staggs, are you there?
Who are you looking for, Judge?
Mr. Staggs.
Oh, no.
All right, Mr. Bowditch and Miss Torres.
Your Honor, I've talked with Ms. Torres. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I've spoken with Ms. Torres. We've had a conversation with Ms. Manarino. Ms. Torres wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, I believe, in which she would be pleading guilty to an added count of operating while impaired with the understanding all the original charges would be dismissed.
Ms. Torres, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, on September 12, 2020, did you operate a vehicle in Van Buren Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and on that date, did you consume alcohol before operating?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you take a breath test?
Yes.
Mr. Bowditch, would you stipulate to the test results of being more than 0.08?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept the plea to the impaired. I will dismiss the original charge of intoxicated driving. I'm going to refer Ms. Torres to our probation department.
There's also a civil infraction, I believe, to be dismissed.
That is dismissed.
Thank you,
Ms. Torres, I've got you on 28 Birch Drive. Is that a good one?
Yes.
Could I have a phone number for you?
734-756-4893.
Thank you. And do you have an email?
Yes, I do. It's CLTORRES411@gmail.com.
All right. Mr. Bowditch probably explained how this is going to work. Our probation department's going to reach out to you. They'll interview you. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and recommendation. You and Mr. Bowditch or whoever the court-appointed attorney is that available that day, we'll have a chance to discuss that, and I'll look at it, and then the three of us will have a conversation, and I will set terms of sentence. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are you working?
I'm actually unemployed because my work is closed down right now.
Where are you employed, although you're not working?
I am employed at Boneheads Barbecue.
Yeah, sure.
It's in Willis where I live.
Love it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond. A
Okay.
couple of conditions. The first condition is you're going to cooperate with the probation department to get the interview out of the way.
Okay.
Second condition is I do not want you to purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. That includes alcohol and/or marijuana. Understood?
Understood.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up bond?
Yes.
Any questions for Mr. Bowditch?
No.
You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Ms.
You're welcome.
Torres, we have blessings. You're right.
Yeah. Yep, this was the best case scenario. I was telling my mom how, I mean, I didn't hurt myself. I didn't hurt anybody else. I'm still
Absolutely.
here for my son.
And you're not going to do it again.
No, never.
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Lot to be
No.
thankful for.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Manarino.
Jeff, on Sonia Moore. You've
We
talked
had
to her in the
adjourned-
past. There's like 4 misdemeanors, a couple civil infractions. When I confirmed that she wanted to talk to an attorney, she said, yeah, I think I'm ready to take the deal today. So do you know what the deal is, Jeff?
Your Honor, the last time I talked to her was about a month ago, and I can't find my notes about our conversation.
All
I
right.
know we adjourned it.
Angela,
But-
can you fill Jeff in? And then we'll put him in a breakout with the lady.
Yeah, my recollection was that the offer was to plead to no ops, failure to report, and careless, and then the remainder were going to be dismissed. So I think that amounted to amending one of the DWLSs and the reckless.
So no ops, careless, and
Fail to report, because there's an LSPDA in there too.
this is Sonia Moore.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've got another guy in the waiting room that's ready to talk to you as well.
Okie dokie.
Paul, you want to put Jeff in a waiting room?
I'm bringing in her so that I can put them both in.
Paul, you're doing real good with this today.
Hello?
Miss Moore,
Yes, yes.
in a minute, you and I are going to be in a breakout room and we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay, they're in the breakout room. Do you want me to try Perry Staggs again?
No, bring Frazier in.
All right.
Mr. Frazier, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge Oakley. How are you this morning?
Better than I deserve.
I hear that.
All right, we've got a file here with your name on it from July 4, 2020. The charge is assault or assault and battery. Carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that charge, sir?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. Miss Manarino, is there an offer?
Judge, I just need half a second to find the report.
That's fine.
You know, Judge, on this one, I've tried to reach the victim on this case and I've been unable to do so. I've left
Okay.
messages for him. So at this time, I don't think that we're prepared to move forward.
All right.
Yep. In all honesty, Judge, the matter of this case, it's, do you need my video for this, sir?
No, and actually, I'm just going to suggest to you that right now things are going your way. You might not want to say anything.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for
Okay.
that. Thank
All
you.
right, I'm going to dismiss the case without prejudice, Mr. Frazier. That means that Ms.
Thank you.
Manarino may decide to recharge in the future.
Yep. I understand that. Thank you very much,
All right,
sir.
have a nice day.
Yes, you too, sir. Thank you.
Go ahead. Ma'am, what is your name?
She's still trying to connect.
I think
Hello?
Hello,
Can you tell me your name, please?
Lori Myers.
Is that Bill's client?
Yes.
Judge.
Bring Bill in.
Yes.
Mr. Mays, your appearance for Miss Myers.
Judge William Mays on behalf of Ms. Myers.
All right, Ms. Myers, we've adjourned this matter until March 18 at 10:30. I just need to put you on a bond. So let me confirm some information. Lake Crest Drive is a good address?
Correct, yes.
How about a phone number for you, ma'am?
734-673-2369.
And do you have an email that you use?
I use Myers, Meyers,
Two as
period.
in the number two?
Correct.
All right, after Myers, what do I got?
Period.
Another period?
Correct. Girls, GIRLZ @gmail.com.
All right, great. All right, ma'am, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond. First condition is that you're gonna cooperate with Mr. Mays in March so we can hopefully accomplish something on the 18th. Second condition is you're not to purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance that includes alcohol or marijuana unless you've got a doctor's prescription for the substance. Do you understand that, those conditions, ma'am?
Yes.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Mr. Mays, enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks.
Let me find out who iPhone is. What did you do, ma'am? Oh. Ma'am, I need to get your name, please.
Young.
Ma'am.
Oh. Yeah.
You back
Hi.
in?
Hi, I
Amelia.
need to get your name, please.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can I get your name, please?
Amia Young.
What time are you scheduled? Oh, I see it right here. Okay.
9:40.
All right, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room.
Okay.
Hang on. There we go.
Good morning, ma'am.
Paula, you said her name was Amelia. Do you think she's just Amelia Young?
Yeah, Amia Young is what she said.
Oh, I never heard the Young. All right. All right, Mr. Staggs,
Morning, sir.
you're connected now?
Yes, sir.
Don't touch anything. I don't want to lose your audio. I'm going to put you in the waiting room until we're ready for you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
And Mr. Bowditch, what are we going to do on Miss Moore's file?
Your Honor, what were her original charges?
Failed to stop, assured clear distance ahead. Registration or plate violation, drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, ×2. Reckless driving, and then 1 civil infraction, no insurance.
Your Honor, we do have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval, in which Ms. Moore would be pleading guilty to the added counts of no operator's license on person, careless driving, and failure to report an accident, with the understanding that all the original charges would be dismissed.
All right, Ms. Moore, you understand your rights? You've discussed those with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you still on Wildbrook?
Yes, Your Honor.
And 313-583-8267, still a good number?
I'm sorry, repeat?
Phone number 583-8267?
Yes, that's still good.
All right, so fail to report, the added charge, failed to report is up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you involved in a motor vehicle accident on August 13, 2019 in Van Buren Township?
Yes.
And at that time, did you fail to stop and identify as required by law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
So am I. I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge. We'll
Thank
talk
you,
about
Your Honor.
sentencing in just a moment.
Okay.
Your Honor,
As
could I have a
to-
case number for Ms. Moore?
193426.
Thank you.
And no valid operator's license on person carries a possible penalty of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
July 12, 2020, did you operate a vehicle in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Yeah, to the plea of no ops, Your Honor, yes.
I'll accept the no ops plea, dismiss the drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied original charge. And I understand you're pleading responsible to careless driving, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
A civil infraction? I'll accept your plea to that one and dismiss the reckless driving charge from May 26.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ms. Manarino.
You're welcome, Mr. Bowditch.
Mr. Bowditch, what should I consider before I sentence?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Ms. Moore, is there anything you want me to know before I set the terms of sentence on these files?
Well, Your Honor, possibly just consideration as far as jail time. I'm
Oh, I'm
taking
not
care
planning on
of.
putting you in jail, ma'am.
Okay, well, there we go. Well, I'm fine.
Are you working?
Yes, I am.
Where do you work?
O'Reilly's Distribution Center in Belleville.
Wonderful. How long you been with them?
Actually, I just started, so a little over a month.
Full time?
Full time.
Good. All right, I'm taking care of the dismissal on these files. I'm dismissing a drove while license suspended charge from May 26, 20, a civil infraction, no proof of insurance, a misdemeanor registration or plate charge from July 12, 2020.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, ma'am. And the last one to be dismissed is a civil infraction, no insurance from July 2020.
Awesome.
All right, then we need to do the sentencing. I see you've already forfeited some money on these files. I'm going to give you credit, give you a little break on the money on these.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm so grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. Moore, on the careless driving, fines that cost $200. On the no valid operator's license on person, fines that cost $400. And on the fail to stop, or excuse me, fail to report, $400. So the total is $1,000 even. I can set you up with a payment plan. Just tell me how much you can pay every month.
Every month, Your Honor, if I will be able to pay maybe $100 just to, start
Are you
off
sure
with.
you can pay at least 100?
Each month, yes.
When can you start?
If I could start, okay, we're in January. If I could start maybe mid-February or the end of February.
February 19th?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions, ma'am, for myself or Mr. Bowditch?
I don't. I just would like to thank you both. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, you're welcome, ma'am. And one last thing, it looks like you've got a charge coming out of Romulus. Misdemeanor false info for a police officer. You're supposed to be in front of Judge Green today.
Oh, wow, today. Okay. Okay. Is there any way I could get connected? I mean, I didn't know.
I can't transfer you. You can need to zoom into her room and I can give you that number if you're ready for it.
Okay. 1 second. Thank you so much.
When you're ready.
Okay. I'm just trying to grab a pen. Okay, I'm ready.
Zoom number on that one is 933-057-8570.
570. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Just tell Judge Green you were in the other courtroom.
Oh,
You were
okay,
supposed to be
great.
there at 9:30. You're a little late, but just tell her you're in the other courtroom.
Okay, thank you so much for the information. Thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
ma'am.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Judge, I'd like to bring in Shannon Klusner and Mr. Werbling, her attorney.
Well, let me deal with Staggs first.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Staggs,
Yes, sir.
you've got an assault and battery misdemeanor from August 4, 2020, up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs, possible penalty. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Staggs?
Yes, Judge, if Mr. Staggs pleads guilty to the assault and battery charge, we'd ask the court to take that under 771 for a period of 12 months.
You understand that offer, sir?
No, what is the 12 months?
Basically for 12 months, no new charges, and you do whatever else I tell you to do. So probably in a situation like this, I'm going to tell you no further problems with whoever that complainant or victim was, pay fines and costs.
Yes, sir. And if I could just say, since the incident, I did move so that way I could move away from him. So I am doing proper things to, leave
Okay.
the situation.
I've got your address as Vernon Street. Is that the old one or the new one?
That's the new one, sir.
Okay. All right. Phone number 686-5911.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you understand if you get through that 12-month delayed sentence period successfully, then this assault and battery charge would be dismissed at that time. It wouldn't stay on your record as part of a criminal conviction history.
Yes, sir. Quick question. Does traffic tickets and
I'm worried about
Yeah.
misdemeanors or felonies.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Awesome.
And understanding all of that, are you prepared to plead guilty today?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, tell me what happened on August 4, 2020 in Van Buren Township.
My dog got out and it went in my neighbor's yard, which is completely my fault because I'm supposed to have him on a leash. Words were said between me and my neighbor. I left with me and my dog. He said more words as I was pulling away, and then my park manager, she lives across the street, she heard those words. So I stopped in front of her house, and then he ran up to her house, and then more words were said between me and him. And he was like pointing at my dog per se. And like I said, more words were said. I pushed him and he fell, and I knew that he was going to call the cops. So I went directly to the police station and turned myself in because they had video footage of me leaving. And as I left, I went directly to Van Buren, turned myself in, and obviously handled it.
Okay.
Because I knew I was in the wrong for it, but it obviously escalated. And me and him have had previous, altercations before, which our park has documentation of these like incidents. So,
right.
But that's why I took it upon myself after all of this to find a new home in the park and move, and I did like immediately.
Good.
And I've been living there for almost 8 months now, or not
Good.
8 months. I've been living there since I want to say since September. So.
Okay. All right. And are you working, Mr. Staggs?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Where do you work?
I work at Mobility Trans. I build handicap accessible vehicles for old folks' homes and hospitals and stuff.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider?
No, only that obviously I know I'm in the wrong, and obviously I will take what you said 100% serious and not get into any more altercations with anybody.
All right. I am going to delay sentence for 12 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Court costs are assessed amount of $350. I can set you up with a due date or a payment plan, whatever one works best for you.
Payment plan, please, sir.
You want to do monthly payments?
Yes, sir.
How much can you pay every month and when can you start?
I can pay $100 a month and whenever you need me to start.
Can you start between now and next Friday?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Will you guys be sending those bills in the mail or?
Once you make your first payment, you're local guys. So the best thing to do is come in and make your first payment between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday.
At the courthouse?
Correct. Not
Okay.
next Monday because that's Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
We're closed. And then we can actually process that first payment and you'll walk out of here with a payment plan on paper.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right.
So
Good
I can
luck.
come up thank you. I was
Yep.
going to say, so I can come up Tuesday after Martin Luther King
Absolutely.
Day?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Paula, who was the attorney's client?
Klusner, Kluesner. And
All right,
the
bring 'em.
attorney is Benjamin Werbling.
Yep.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, counsel.
Good morning. Sorry for being a little bit late, Judge.
No problem.
Ms. Klusner isn't in yet.
Oh,
Do you have any contact info for the client?
yeah, Judge, I was just on the phone with her son who set up the laptop. So they said that they saw the waiting room.
They are, but she's not connected to her audio.
Oh, let me see if I can make a call.
We can do it on the phone too. Put her on speaker.
Okay, Judge, let me see.
Mr. Spang, are you connected?
I think it's on right now. Yes, about Mr. Spain.
Mr. Spang, are you connected?
No, it's not.
He's not, Judge. Pardon?
This is probably so aggravating him.
Counsel, any luck with Miss Klusner?
I'm here now.
Oh, good. Counsel, your appearance for Miss Klusner.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Attorney Ben Werbling, P64889, on behalf of Miss Klusner, who appears via Zoom.
Miss Manarino, is there an offer?
Judge, could I speak to Mr. Werbling for a second?
Sure. Paula?
Please be quiet.
Miss Young, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Miss Young, I've got a number of files with your name on them. I've got 2 different files with charge of drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. 1 malicious destruction of private property, and then I've got 2 civil infraction, or excuse me, 1 civil infraction impeding traffic. Are you prepared to go forward today without speaking to an attorney, or do you want to speak to an attorney?
No, we're moving forward.
All right, I'm going to put you in the waiting room until the prosecutor is available. I just wanted to touch
Okay.
base with you and see if you wanted to talk to the court-appointed attorney.
Okay.
Only one of Murray's clients are in, and that's Harley Duke, D-U-K-E.
Is Murray in?
Yes.
Bring him in. It's helpful to me if you tell me what time they're scheduled so I can find them on my docket.
Okay. He's scheduled at 10 o'clock.
Good morning, Mr. Duncan.
Hello, Judge. Judge, I've got a couple with you. I was wondering, is there any way to talk to you in a side room with the prosecutor? I've already discussed issues with the prosecutor, but I got kind of the same issue with both my clients.
I don't know why not. Yeah, give me just a minute. We'll put
Okay.
you in, we'll put you and Mr. Duke in a waiting room. Actually, we'll just mute yourself, Mr. Duncan.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
And then as soon as we can, we'll take care of this file, and then Angela and I will try to join you in a breakout. All right, Mr. Werbling.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. We got to bring your client in. We got to find her again.
Yep.
Ms. Klusner, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Werbling, what are we gonna do?
And Judge, so I think we have a potential resolution for today. Is there any way I could just speak with her briefly in a breakout room just to get her on the same page?
Sure, Paula.
Thanks. Thanks, Judge.
Hey, Angela, you haven't heard from Mr. McDuffie about Cunningham, have you?
I have not.
I'm gonna try to call his office. Paula, why don't you use this opportunity to identify some of those people?
Good morning. Whoever's identifying themselves as iPhone, I need to know your name, please.
My name is Rachel Walklin.
Can you tell me what time you were scheduled?
I believe 10:10.
That's one of mine, Paula.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Watkins.
Hello, good morning.
Did you need to speak with her, Jeff, or should I put her back in the waiting room for now so I can finish identifying?
Oh, I could go in the waiting room with her. We can talk a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's my next one anyway.
Yes. Okay.
Getting a big phone signal.
I'm sorry?
All I saw on my screen was a big phone signal.
Okay. Hang on just a second, and I'll put you in, Mr. Bowditch.
You're doing great, Paul.
Oh, Jeff. Oh, well. You should. Okay, Mr. Werbling,
Yes, ma'am.
it'll be just a few minutes, okay?
No problem. My client, she's actually legally blind, so she can't see the lead breakout room. So I don't know if you guys will just bring her out.
Well, I've got about 3 or 4 of them going right now. The
Oh, no
breakout
problem.
room-
But when the time is right, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, that's
Yep.
great. I'll take
No
care
problem.
of
Thank
it
you so
then.
much.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll just mute myself.
Good morning, Mr. Is it Negron?
That is correct. Thank you.
Can I get who you're here on?
Case number 201242.
The name, please.
That is going to be Noe Alcantara.
Okay. And you're representing him?
I'm interpreter for him.
Interpreter.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Well, I
Hold on,
just,
we got to get back in the breakout room.
all right, Judge, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room until I get the attorney. We do have the client, but I do need to get the attorney, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Here, I'll close you out, Judge. It'll take just a few seconds here.
Something broken?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I think I've got everybody back from the breakout rooms, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Rachel Walklin is Mr. Bowditch's client. He just got back from a breakout room with her as well.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, I'd like to spend a minute with Miss Manarino in a breakout room if I could.
There's one thing, Judge, this is the one I started telling you about this morning. She does have another case. It's disorderly. It's also Van Buren. It just came in and was entered this morning. Do you want us to adjourn this and set it again? Or
Let's
do you
find
guys?
out. You know about it? Anything about the new one, Angela?
No, Judge, I don't.
Cleanest thing, I think, Jeff, would be just adjourn today's stuff and the new one for the March 13th or March 18th date so you can handle them all at once.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine. If you put me back in a breakout room with Miss Watkins, I'll make the explanation.
Okay.
There's a 3/18 date coming up then?
Yeah, call it 3/18 at 10:30.
All right.
When was Watkins scheduled?
It's Walklin. That's what I'm looking for now.
How do you spell her last name?
W-A-L-K, Walk.
Yeah, L-I-N.
L-I-N.
I thought it was Watkins. All right, thank you. Case number?
1010. Case
you.
number is 20 VB 05786. So put her in a breakout with Jeff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hang on just a second. I'm trying to find her in this list.
1010, I think, is when she was scheduled. All right, Mr. Duncan, you got Mr. Pearson there with you?
Yes, I do, Judge. I am going to put the camera on him, okay?
That's fine. Good morning, Mr. Pearson.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Duncan, your appearance for Mr. Pearson.
Yes, Your Honor, Murray Duncan. I'm appearing on behalf of the defendant, Roger Pearson.
All right, as we discussed in the breakout room with Ms. Manarino, my understanding is that we got to bring a victim in?
Yes, Judge. She should, her first name is Terry. Murray, what's the last name?
What's the last name, Roger?
Chancellor.
I got her. She's in the waiting room. Do you want me to bring her in?
And for some reason, the waiting room went away.
Hit participants, Judge.
There we go.
We have Miss Chancellor in.
Yep. Good morning, Miss Chancellor.
Good morning.
All right. Mr. Duncan, as per our discussion with Ms. Manarino, I understand that Mr. Pearson is prepared today to plead no contest to this charge. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Pearson, you've gone over your rights with Mr. Duncan. You understand your rights and options?
Yes, sir, I have.
You understand the possible penalty for this charge?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. You understand, sir, if you plead no contest, in essence, what you're saying to me is you're not fighting the charge against me or against you.
No, sir.
You understand that's what no contest
Yes.
means?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
All right. And Ms. Manarino, Mr. Duncan, I think the discussion we had in the breakout room, the facts support a no contest plea. Would you agree?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Pearson, I will accept your no contest plea. Ms. Chancellor, is there anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence for Mr. Pearson?
Yes, I do. I'm requesting at least 6 months reporting probation in person plus fines. I have a court PPO against him through Wayne County as of 10/1/2020. This is the second one because there was one that was dropped at the divorce. And I'm still in fear of my life of Mr. Pearson because he has even went to the hospital and told them that he was out to kill me. That was back in May of 2019. He has told numerous people that he's out to kill me. He drives by my house. I am, fear of my life. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything without somebody with me. I understand with the COVID-19 that the probation may not occur. I just request my objection to his sentencing to be put on the record. He has previous records of anger, problems, fights, all kinds of things. And, I'm just scared to be anywhere near him. I'm even thinking of moving out of state because of all this.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Do you have any indication that he's threatened to kill you since May of 2019?
Only through people that he has talked to that said that he is threatened to kill me.
Okay.
And also when the man who went to serve him the PPO, the paperwork on the PPO,
right?
And I have this, I don't know if I can show yours or not. The man who did it wrote out a statement because he even had to call the police because Mr. Pearson slammed the door on him and threatened to shoot him.
Okay. Anything
That
else?
is a lie.
Anything else, ma'am?
He drives by my house all the time. It's just very nerve-wracking. I just want out of this. I want him to stay away from me forever.
Okay.
So
your PPO, when was your PPO entered, ma'am?
On October the 1st, 2020. That's the second one.
All right. So it's good till October 2021.
Yes, Judge. And Mr. Pearson did not object to the PPO, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's no objection.
Ms. Chancellor, is there anything else?
No, not at this time.
All right. And Mr. Duncan, anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. All right. All right. And counselors, I'm getting this confused with the other file we discussed, I think. Was this supposed to be a 711 or was this a straight plea?
This is a straight plea, Your Honor.
Thank you. Just that one skinny file. Yep. 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 All right, Mr. Pearson, I am going to put you on a 6-month probation terms, no further problems. If there are further problems between yourself and Ms. Cancer, I determine you're at fault. That is a violation of probation. Also in keeping with that, obviously no new charges, even if they don't have anything to do with Ms. Cancer, no new misdemeanors or felonies. I am not going to do a reporting probation for a couple of reasons. Currently, and Ms. Cancer kind of hit on it, with COVID, I don't even know when I'm going to be able to have people in my building again.
Right.
We just had this conversation yesterday. We've got these jury trials stacking up, waiting to be scheduled. We have no idea when we're going to be able to do that. So you're still under my thumb is what it amounts to. I don't need you to show up and talk to my probation officer once a month. They'll probably be calling you once in a while just to see how things are going anyhow. But if there are further problems, then we're gonna address those problems when they come up. If you get through the next 6 months and there's no problems, then we're done with, there won't be any further punishment. The court costs are assessed the amount of $500. I can give you a due date for that 500, or I can set you up with a monthly payment plan, whatever works best for you.
Probably a monthly payment.
Monthly payment plan, sir.
Tell me what you can pay every month and when can you start?
I could pay $100 a month.
First
And
payment
I
when?
can start next month.
First Friday of February is the 5th. You can do it on or before then?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Duncan, any clarification necessary?
Judge, just, my client does leave the state a lot. His mother is ill and she's in West Virginia.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I forgot.
Yes, he's gone quite a bit, so I'm
Yeah,
just
I
asking.
don't have any
about-
problems with some out-of-state travel.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Cancer, I appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Roger, I'm gonna have you have a seat in the other room again. I'll talk to you.
And
I got
let's
one more.
bring- Paul,
Okay.
let's bring Mr. Duke in. We'll take care of that one as well.
Thanks, Roger.
This was supposed to be a delayed sentence, wasn't it?
Yes, this is a delayed sentence. And
This
this
is a no
one's being,
contest.
and this one's being reduced to disorderly, or not being reduced, but it's gonna plead to disorderly.
Yep. And this was a no contest plea, correct?
Yes.
And your appearance for Mr. Duke.
Hello, Your Honor, Murray Duncan. I'm appearing on behalf of Harley Duke.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. All right, Mr. Duncan, based on our earlier conversation with Ms. Manarino, I understand that Mr. Duke is going to plead no contest because there's a chance of civil liability to the added charge of disorderly conduct. The original charge of assault and battery from July 1 would be dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Duke, you understand when you plead no contest, in essence, what you're telling me is you are not fighting the charge against you.
Yes.
And you understand your rights and options. You've discussed those with Mr. Duncan as well.
Yes.
And you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of disorderly conduct.
Yes.
All right. And once again, Ms. Manarino, Mr. Duncan, I think the conversation we had in the breakout room provided a factual basis to accept the no contest plea.
Yes, Judge.
Agreed, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And what was the time frame on this delayed sentence, Ms. Manarino?
6 months?
Thank you. All right. Mr. Duke, I will accept the no contest plea to the added charge. I will dismiss the original charge, and I am prepared to sentence you. Are you still on the service drive, sir?
Yes.
799-1814, a good phone number?
Yes.
Wonderful. Mr. Duncan, what else should I consider before I set terms?
But just that my client is, I believe, 65 or 66 years of age. He's
Young,
retired.
young man.
Yeah, and has a clean criminal record. And like I said, when I talked to Your Honor in chambers, this was an incident where his neighbor was out on a Sunday morning. He was working. My client wanted to know what he was doing because he's making so much noise. My client claims that, simply put, that's all he did was walk over and make some statements. But the most important thing is there's no issues now. The neighbors have moved, and victim in this manner is in the military. In fact, he's overseas. So there's no further problems at all.
Awesome. All right. Mr. Duke, anything you want to add to what Mr. Duncan has told me, sir?
No, sir.
All right. I'm going to do a delayed sentence, keeping with the agreement between the defense and prosecution for 6 months. During that time period, sir, stay out of trouble. No new criminal convictions. Court costs are assessed the amount of $500. You want a due date or a payment plan, Mr. Duke?
Due date's fine.
Can you do it within 30?
Absolutely.
All right, 30 days. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, Judge.
Thank you
No.
much. Mr. Duncan,
you.
you got anything else on our calendar today?
No, that's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
And Mr. Werbling, are we ready on Klusner, sir?
We are, Judge.
Ms. Klusner, you still with us?
Yes.
All right, counsel, what are we doing?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that my client wishes to waive her rights. She wants to take advantage of the recommendation to the amended charge. It would be a no contest plea, however.
All right, what's the added charge going to be?
Disorderly conduct.
All right. Any other sentence agreement?
Nothing beyond that, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. Klusner, have you discussed your rights and options with counsel?
Yes.
You understand those?
Yeah.
And you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of disorderly conduct?
Yes.
And you're pleading no contest today, correct?
Yes.
Ma'am, do you understand that when you plead no contest, in essence, you're saying you are not fighting the charge against you?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I do not have a police report. I'm looking at the actual appearance ticket that's got a lot in the remarks section. Ms. Manarino, I think there's enough in the remarks section to provide a factual basis. Would you agree with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Werbling, you satisfied?
We'll stipulate to that, yes, Your Honor, for that purpose.
Thank you. I'll dismiss the original charge. Ma'am, are you still on Parkwood Street?
Yes.
You have a phone number I can put on the file.
734-796-3815.
Thank you. Counsel, is there anything else I should consider before I set terms?
Your Honor, she's 50 years of age. She has an assortment of health problems. She's legally blind. She suffers from diabetes, and I think potential heart failure issues. She has not been in trouble for some time. I did run an eye chat on her, and the last thing I saw was from 1992. But I know that Sister Counsel and I have discussed that. She gets SSI of $700 a month. The family essentially had to step in to hire me, so she doesn't have a lot
Right.
financially. And then I believe that the amount that was converted was nominal. They did recover that. I just asked you to take that into consideration, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ma'am, anything you want to add to what counsel's told me?
No.
All right. I'll go along with the reduced charge disorderly conduct. Total fines and costs on the file, ma'am, $300. I can set you up with a due date, or we can actually set you up with regular payments. Do you want to make payments or you want a due date?
Payments, please.
Can you do monthly payments? And if so, how much?
$50.
I'm sorry, you cut out 50, 50?
Yeah, $50. And if I could pay more, I will.
Yeah, we'll always take extra money. And when can you make your first payment, ma'am?
After the 1st of next month.
If I give you until February, or yeah, if I give you until February 5, that enough?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You're welcome, counsel.
Thank you.
Jeff, I think you need to find out from Angela what the offer is on Young, so you can talk to Young in a breakout. Is that right?
We were talking about
Rachel Walkland, she's in the.
Miss Walkland first, Your Honor.
Oh, I thought we were adjourning that one.
Walkland was an adjournment.
Yeah, so we don't need her, do we?
Well, I don't know. I discussed the adjournment, whether she has no problem. She understands it. If she's free to go, she's free to go. She
Ms.
has the
Walkland,
date.
are you on?
Yes, I am.
All right, so we're going to adjourn today's file so we can bring it together with a new file, and those will both be heard on March 18th at 10:30. Understood?
Okay, sounds good.
You can have, you can take off, ma'am.
Okay, thank
Your
you.
Honor.
So where are we at with Young?
The offer on that's a no ops, Judge.
No ops and everything else goes away?
Oh, I'm sorry. I only have one DWLS on my list. Is there, when you say
Yeah, I've
everything
got,
else?
I'm sorry, one of them's an old one that she owes $784 on. So we've only got the MDOP she owes money on. Yeah, all right. She's got the civil infraction and 2 misdemeanors that she owes us money on. And then she's got the quote unquote new DWLS from October.
Okay.
You have a case number, Judge?
On the new one,
Yes.
20 VB 05206B. Do you need to talk to her about that, Jeff?
Yes, if I could, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah, she owes a buttload of money on the other ones.
I'll bring
Paula,
her
can
so
you
I can,
put Jeff?
that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Young?
Yes.
Hang on just a second. And
All
I'll
right.
get you in there. Okay. Judge, the next guy, Mr. Negron, is an interpreter on case.
And Alcantara?
On Alcantara, I believe. But the
And what's-
attorney, Michael Lacey, has not checked in.
What's the prosecutor's or the interpreter's name?
The interpreter's name is Negron, Roberto Negron, Gron.
All right.
I do have Daniel Batar here with
Yeah,
his.
hold on a minute, Paula. Let's accomplish something before you just keep talking about files. On
Okay.
Alcantara, call Lacey's office and find out where he's at. I'll give you a number.
Okay, I'm ready.
586-329-1335.
Okay.
Mr. Spang, are you connected? I'm done playing with Mr. Spang.
Mr. Lacey is in the waiting room now. I'll bring in him, his client, and the interpreter.
Hello?
Mr. Walker, are you there?
Hello?
Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Lacey, hang on just a moment, please.
Bryce Walker?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I don't know. What's your name?
Bryce Walker?
Noé Chaparro Alcántara.
Okay, that's why I didn't want to do it that way, Paula. Mr. Walker, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
I can. Mr. Walker, you've got an assault or assault and battery file from November 26, 2020. Are you planning on handling this without an attorney?
No, sir. I would like to hire counsel.
You're going to hire your own attorney, so you need a new
Yes,
court
sir.
date?
Yes, please, sir.
Newburgh, a good address for you?
Yeah.
Give me a phone number.
734-972-8519.
New court date will be March 18th.
Okay.
We'll set that at 10:40.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Kick him out, Paula.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lacey, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Michael Lacey on behalf of Noé Alcantara Chaparro. How are you,
Mr.
Judge?
Good. Mr. Negron, would you raise your right hand for me? Am I safe in assuming that the language is Spanish?
That is
Yes.
correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Negron, do you swear or affirm that you will accurately translate between English and Spanish and English so that myself and Mr. Alcantara can discuss this matter today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, would you please interpret that for Mr. Alcantara?
Señor Alcantara, no Alcantara, acaban de juramentar al intérprete que soy yo, para que se pueda tener una comunicación entre el señor Lacey y el juez y usted.
Ok,
Okay.
sí, está bien, gracias.
All right, Ms. Manarino, is there an offer? Do you need a breakout room? Where are we at?
I haven't been able to speak to the prosecutor yet, but if you could put us in a breakout room for 2-3 minutes would be great.
Ms. Manarino?
That's fine, Judge.
El juez acaba de preguntar si una oferta ahora mismo en el caso y los dos dijeron que no y que quieren estar en un cuarto virtual privado.
Okay.
Mr. Negron, let Mr. Alcantara know that I'm going to leave you two fellas right where you're at. I'm just going to mute you.
Nos van a dejar a nosotros aquí, pero nos van a poner en mudo, ¿está bien?
Ok, está bien, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
May I say one thing, Your Honor?
Sure.
I want to thank you, Your Honor, because I had a lot of trouble in the beginning when he was still locked up, getting some Zooms, and you are the one who helped us put it all together, and I want to tell you how grateful I am for your help.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't even know what I did, but I'll take it.
Yeah, you lit the fire under them over in Calhoun County.
Appreciate
I really appreciate it.
Oh, I remember that when I was just blew my mind that they weren't cooperating. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to thank you, Judge. I really appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Paula, let's get Ms. Manarino and Mr. Lacey in a breakout while I deal with Mr. Bowditch.
Okay, I was sending
Mr. Bowditch, on Young, what are we doing?
Well, Your Honor, we'd like to take the mercy of the prosecutor. Today's the date and time set for a pretrial. I've talked with Ms. Young. I've spoken with the prosecutor. We have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval in which Ms. Young would be pleading guilty to an added count of no operator's license on person with the understanding her original charges would be dismissed.
Ms. Young, you understand the added charge of no operator's license and possible penalty for that?
Yes.
You discussed your rights with Mr. Bowditch.
Yes.
You understand those rights and all the options you have?
Yes.
All right. Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that added charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you drive a vehicle on the day of October 24, 2020 in Van Buren Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I will accept your plea and I'll dismiss the original charge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You still on Oak Lane, ma'am?
Yes.
You got a good phone number I can put on the file?
734-307-4795.
All right. Anything you want me to consider, ma'am, before I set the terms of sentence on the no valid operator's license on person in charge?
No.
All right. Fines and costs on that file, $250. We've also got a fail to display a valid license from September 27, 2019. That's got a $784.56 balance on it. From February 1917 disorderly person with $484 due, and October 418 impeding traffic 370. Let me check my math on those so we can talk about a total.
Okay. Well, what was the new charge for today? Is amount to
$250. All those files together, $1,888.56. Are you in a position to get some kind of payment plan started, ma'am?
Yes.
How much? How often? And when can you start?
I can start next Friday, which is the 22nd. And I'm not, is it once a month or do I have to do it bi-weekly?
We can do it either way. I would suggest monthly. That it's just not as much work. You just have to have one payment per month.
I'll do monthly.
How much?
150.
And you're sure you can do that every month?
Yes.
Okay, so 150 a month starting on the 22nd or before the 22nd, correct?
Starting the 22nd, yes.
Okay, and
Oh,
are you gonna
yes,
do that?
yes.
Are you gonna come in and do that in person, or are you gonna do it online? How are you planning on doing that?
If I can come in person and do it, I will do that.
You can,
like,
you can,
I
you can
can
do a,
just do it in Dropbox or?
you can do well, you can always do the Dropbox 24/7, but if you want to do a face-to-face, you got to be here between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, but not next Monday because that's MLK Day and we're closed.
Okay.
Got all that?
Yes.
Okay, you're all set.
I'm sorry, I do have a question. So if I
Go
do
ahead.
pay it online, what case number do I put in? Because since I have those different case
They're
numbers, I don't have
you
to put one.
you don't want to pay it online. If you pay it online, we're going to charge you extra money because we use a third-party vendor.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
Okay.
I think $150 payment is probably going to cost you at least 10 or 12 bucks.
I only say that because of my work schedule. So if I can't get in there from 9 to 2,
Yeah, but
and I want to be able to
do the first one face-to-face so you can walk out of here with your receipt and a payment plan, paper payment plan. And then after that, you can just drop money orders in the Dropbox.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. I mean, you can do it online. I'm just trying to talk you out of it because you don't have money to throw away.
Understandable. Yes.
All right. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Judge, did you bring in Mr. Ramsayer?
I did.
Okay.
Good morning, counsel.
Morning, Your Honor. How you doing?
Good. Are you expecting your client to join us on Zoom?
He said he was on Zoom.
He
quite a
is.
while.
I've got him right here. I'll bring him in.
All right, don't bring him in yet.
Oh, okay.
And
All right,
Judge,
counsel,
I'd
hold
love
on.
you to talk to Mr. Ramsayer for a second as well.
All right. What do I need you to deal with, Mr. Alcantara?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. So let's put Ramsayer and Manarino in a breakout, Paula. Mr. Negron, can you unmute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. And if you would, there we go. I think we got Mr. Alcantara too, and Mr. Lacey.
Yes. May we go into a breakout room, Your Honor? And then I'll explain with my client and the interpreter.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Paul, you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Señor Alcantara, nos van a poner en un cuarto virtual con su abogado y yo.
Okay.
There's just a long list, Judge. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find
Yeah,
the
and I
names.
can't do anything with them because I don't have plea agreements.
Yeah.
Ms. Patton, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Which file are you here on?
I'm here on Kakima Stewart.
What time is that file scheduled, please?
Hold on, Judge, I'll tell you. I think it
I
was
got it. I
9:40.
got it. Yep, I got it.
I don't believe that person is checked in.
She
don't
said
think
she's
so.
in the waiting room.
How is she in the waiting room? What name or anything is she under?
I asked her to make sure to put her name on there, so she said that
She's
under
probably in
Kakima
Judge
Stewart.
Green's.
She said she was in courtroom 2. I'll call her back. Let me
Yeah,
mute myself.
she's not showing up, Teresa.
I don't know. I don't see her at all.
Teresa, do you know what we're doing on this one, or you still got to talk to Angela?
No, we're setting these 4 files for jury trials.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Okay.
Then we don't even need her in. You got a phone number for her?
Yes, sir.
And you've already explained to her that we don't know when we're going to be scheduling these?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so why don't you just call her and tell her that we're going to put her in that, we got a pile of files waiting for dates.
Yeah, and I told her that there were so many files in front of hers that I didn't know when that would happen.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
I don't know what the bonds are, but whatever they are, we'll continue them.
Thank you. All done.
All
Yep.
done. We had Mr. Bitar, but it looks like he had to check out. Angela's back.
All right, are we ready on Roman Soto or Soto Roman?
We are ready, Your Honor. My client, I don't see him on the screen yet.
What are we going to do?
Your Honor, he's going to be in, sorry, Angela. My client is going to be pleading guilty to this charge. We're asking for HIDA status. My client is 21 years old. According to Ms. Manarino, she spoke with the victim earlier today. She originally had a restitution claim, but now apparently is waiving any restitution claim. We're asking, Your Honor, that my client plead guilty and be sentenced today. This is his only criminal charge.
Can you get him on your speakerphone, counsel?
I can't. I thought he was in the waiting room, Your Honor.
He's in the waiting room, Judge. He's in his GIANLUIS Roman.
Right, you're looking at a different waiting room list than I am then.
Do you want me to bring him in?
Yeah, bring him in because, oh, I got him. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in.
The Soto's not there. Yeah.
Right.
Counsel, do you need to speak to him or he's already on board?
No, Your Honor, he's already aware. Mr. Roman, we are going to just be entering the plea today and asking for sentencing. Apparently, the victim has waived her request for restitution.
Yes.
We're ready to go, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Roman, you understand the possible penalty for this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've discussed your rights with counsel. Do you understand those rights and options?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what happened on October 10, 2020.
I was at my brother-in-law's house, and in the process of him showing me one of his new firearms that he had purchased, in the process of clearing the firearm, the slide did not lock in the rear position, and when it went forward, the firearm had discharged.
Scary.
Yes.
What was the weapon?
It was a 9mm pistol.
You know what kind?
It was a Ruger. I think it was a Security 9.
Revolver?
No, it was a semi-automatic.
All right. Is Security 9 a striker fired? No
Hammer
safeties?
fired. It's a hammer fired.
All right. What kind of training have you had?
I've had currently have a CPL. I've been in the military, been around firearms since I was a child. So I'm pretty familiar with wide variety.
Okay. All right. Did you put an ass whooping on your brother for handing you a loaded weapon?
No, I did not.
I'm not kidding. It's his weapon. He should know the manual arms better than you, right?
Yes, you said.
He should have cleared it before he handed it to you.
Yes, he should have.
So you tell him, I think he deserves an ass whooping.
I will.
However you want to deal with it is fine with me.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You working, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
I work 2 jobs, actually. I work as a public safety officer in a non-sworn capacity at Washington Community College Police Department, and also as a campus safety officer at Concordia University.
Which one have you had the longest and how long?
I started both of them around the same time. Been there since about August at both of them.
Okay, new jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And counsel, nothing on his record, I assume?
Nothing on his record that I'm aware of. Anything on your record, Mr. Roman?
No.
Good. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
Just a quick thing. Mr. Roman, your brother-in-law's house is within the jurisdiction of the 34th District Court.
Yes.
Van Buren Township?
Yes.
All right. All right. And Ms. Manarino, was this a 12-month item?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And my understanding is restitution has already been made?
Your Honor, I spoke with the victim at length about this. She conveyed to me this morning that she is not making a claim for restitution.
Okay. All right, Mr. Roman, 12 months, stay out of trouble. Court costs are assessed the amount of $350.
Yes, Your Honor.
Due date or payment plan, what do you want?
Due date, Your Honor.
Can you do it in 30 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a serious conversation with your brother about gun safety.
I will, Your Honor.
Please do.
Thank you, Your Honor. And thank
You're
you, Ms.
welcome.
Manarino.
Gentlemen,
Thank you.
enjoy your day.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe, everyone.
All right, Mr. Lacy, do we think we're ready? You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor, we sure are.
All right.
Yes.
And Mr. Negron still with us? All right,
He is.
counsel, explain to me what we're doing today with Mr. Alcantara's file.
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Alcantara wishes to tender a plea of guilty to the original charge, operating while intoxicated. Yes.
Cuando se vienen los abogados, ¿tienen algo que quieran discutir, que quieran poner en el acta? Sí, el señor Alcantara se quiere declarar culpable del cargo original de operando un vehículo en el estado de embriaguez.
Gentlemen, I'm trying to figure out, after I take this plea, obviously the next step is to put Mr. Alcantara in contact with our probation department so he can have an interview. Mr. Negron, you want to try to do that today, or would you like to reschedule when it's more convenient for you?
I can do it today, Your Honor.
All right. Would you ask Mr. Alcantara, it looks like Mr. Alcantara is at work. Does he have that flexibility today?
Señor Alcantara, después que se entre esta declaración de culpabilidad, usted tiene que hablar con el departamento de...
I can't hear you, Paul. I'm sorry.
El departamento de probación. ¿Usted tiene tiempo hoy para poder tener esa conversación con ellos?
No, porque no puedo manejar, ni puedo, no puedo manejar. Y ahorita no tengo tiempo porque tengo que buscar a alguien.
Your Honor, I just want to explain to him that this will be via Zoom, correct?
Yes, sir.
Va a ser via Zoom otra vez, que no se tiene que ir.
Sí, sí, puedo hablar con ellos.
Okay. Yes, I can do it. He was just saying that he couldn't drive in, but I just wanted to make sure.
No problem at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take his plea, and then I'm going to refer you two gentlemen to another Zoom waiting room that goes right to the probation director.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sí, solamente va a tomar su declaración, entonces nos van a dar otra información para nosotros añadirnos a otra llamada de Zoom.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Lacy, let's get that plea out of the way, and then what I'll do is I'll give your phone number to my probation director so he can contact you about scheduling the sentencing.
Perfect, Judge.
Okay. All right. Mr. Alcantara, you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Lacy?
Señor Alcantara, usted tiene sus derechos después de haber hablado con el señor Lacy.
Oh, me declaro culpable.
I want to say I'm guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. But do you understand your rights and options?
¿Usted entiende sus derechos y las opciones que tiene?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge of operating while intoxicated?
¿Usted entiende la pena máxima que le pueden dar por declararse culpable de manejar un vehículo mientras en el estado de embriaguez?
Sí.
Yes.
Mr. Alcantara, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on May 27, 2020?
Señor Alcantara, ¿usted manejó un vehículo en el municipio de ellos en el 27 de mayo del 2020?
Sí.
Yes.
Prior to driving that vehicle that day, did you drink some alcohol?
Antes de manejar ese día, ¿usted bebió bebidas alcohólicas?
Sí.
Yes.
And Mr. Lacy, would you stipulate to a test result?
Yes, Your Honor. 0.15.
Thank you. I'm satisfied with the plea if you are.
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Yes.
Señor Lacy, hicieron una prueba. Sí, su señoría era de 0.15 y estoy satisfecho con la declaración. Muchas gracias, su señoría.
Gracias.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to refer Mr. Alcantara to the probation department for a screening interview. Based on that interview, the probation department will put together a report and recommendation, which they will share with Mr. Alcantara and Mr. Lacy. I'll let you get that far, Mr. Negron.
Señor Alcantara y el señor Lacy, los voy a referir a ambos de ustedes al departamento de probatoria, donde les van a hacer una entrevista. Esa entrevista, los resultados de esa entrevista van a ser compartidos con ambos de ustedes, el señor Alcantara y el señor Lacy, para que lo puedan discutir.
At some point after that happens, then Mr. Alcantara, Mr. Lacy, myself, and an interpreter will discuss that report and anything else Mr. Lacy wants to bring up. And at that time, I will sentence.
Cuantito salga ese reportaje, el señor Alcantara, el señor Lacy y yo, el juez y un intérprete, vamos a discutir lo que necesitamos discutir, y si el señor Lacy tiene algo adicional, lo podemos discutir en ese momento, y también voy a imponer la sentencia cuando esa fecha llegue.
Any questions, gentlemen, before I give you a Zoom number for probation?
No, Your Honor.
¿Alguna pregunta antes de que le dé el número de Zoom donde tiene que llamar?
No.
The number is 266
266
746
746
8861.
8861.
All right, let's do that again. Mr. Alcantara had to go get a piece of paper.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Vamos a hacerlo otra vez.
266
666.
266
Ok. 266
746
746
8861.
8861.
I'm going to give you a number for attorney so you can set up a sentencing. Anything else, gentlemen?
¿Alguna adicional?
All right. Have a good day.
No, su señoría.
Thank you, Mr. Negron.
Thank you,
Your
Your Honor.
Honor, do you have my phone number?
I'm giving it to the prosecutor or probation officer right now.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So it's Michael.
Thank you, gracias.
Thank you.
329 1335.
Quick question, Your Honor. Should I wait to call that number to join that Zoom?
No, go ahead and call it right now.
But then, yeah.
Oh shit, I lost him. Mr. Alcantara, call that number.
Call the number. Okay. So can I exit from the Zoom?
I'm going to exit you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you.
You want to start with the next one?
Yeah, let's bring Dan in.
I think we lost him, Dan, but oh, there he is.
Morning,
I thought we
everyone.
lost you.
Good morning, Daniel. Who are you calling in for?
I have two. Dominic Anderson should be in the waiting room, and Amanda Palmer.
I've got Amanda Palmer. Dominic Anderson was.
Probably Sabrina Anderson's phone.
That's, yes, he came in again, I think. We'll try it.
All right, what time's Palmer scheduled?
Palmer was scheduled for 9, Judge, but I asked her to sign on at 10 because of my other case being scheduled at 10.
Well, actually, Anderson was at 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have him reversed.
Dan, did you get the rest of the discovery that you needed on Palmer? Because I know that's why we adjourned it last time.
I have the reports, Angela, but the report indicates there's video from inside the store, the
Right.
surveillance. I have not received that.
Okay.
And we're just going to set that for trial.
Okay.
And
That's
then
fine.
I'll
They were
follow up
supposed
with
to
you
send
about
it,
getting
so,
that.
Okay.
Do you have a plea offer on for Mr. Anderson?
I do not.
All right, I thought we were going to bring Palmer in.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted Anderson
All right,
in.
well, we got Anderson. Let's start with Anderson. Dominic Anderson, are you connected?
Yep.
All right, counsel,
sir.
your appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Dominic Anderson.
What are we doing?
Judge, apparently there's no offer available for Mr. Anderson today. I guess because of that, Ms. Manarino, will there be an offer available at some point?
No.
So we're going to set it for trial?
Yes, Judge, just set it for trial.
All right, Mr. Anderson, I'm assuming you've had a discussion with Mr. Batar. You understand that you have a right to a jury trial or a bench trial, your call.
Okay.
Yes, you've had that conversation. You understand your options?
Briefly.
Okay. you
Mr.
tell me.
Anderson, I'm sorry, Judge. Mr. Anderson, would you like a jury to decide your case? That would be 6 members from the community who come in and sit and decide whether you're guilty or not guilty? Or would you like a bench trial where the judge would stand in place of the jury and decide whether you're guilty or not. You have an absolute right to a jury trial, though.
What's one, like more?
I can tell you the bench trial will be faster to get scheduled because right now with Zoom, we're not scheduling jury trials. So the bench trial will be faster to get scheduled and it'll take less time when we actually hold the trial because there's less people involved. So a bench trial is quicker.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead with a bench trial, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah.
All right. Are you okay with doing a bench trial on Zoom, Mr. Anderson? That means we can set it really quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Paul, I don't want to set that without talking to TBG.
How about I get with her later and then I contact Mr. Bitar and let him know.
Yep.
That would be perfect.
All right, so we'll continue your bond, Mr. Anderson.
You too.
You'll be hearing from us about the trial date.
Okay.
All right, you're all set. And next time you zoom in, take down the marijuana paraphernalia.
All right.
I wouldn't want you in my courtroom wearing that around your neck.
I understand.
All right, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Now we want to talk to Palmer.
Yes, please.
She's on her way in. Ms. Palmer?
Yes.
Okay, you are connected.
Mr. Bitar.
Thank you, Your Honor. Daniel Bitar on behalf of Amanda Palmer.
What are we doing with Ms. Palmer's file?
Ms. Palmer would like to take the case to trial, Judge. I've discussed her options with her with respect to a bench trial or jury trial. She has not let me know which one she prefers. Ms. Palmer, do you prefer a bench trial or a jury trial?
Well, I was hoping for some recommendations from you as my attorney, but you had said that you will not give me a recommendation. So at this point,
Ms. Palmer, I'll give you some information that might help you make your decision.
Okay.
Judge, let me say this before we move on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think there's a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship with Ms. Palmer. I'm making a motion to withdraw at this point.
Okay.
I would ask someone else to be appointed. Maybe Jeff can take over on the case.
I think Mr. Bowditch would be happy to talk to her. Ms. Palmer, I'm going to let you talk to Mr. Bowditch about your options, and then we'll get you back on here and you can make a decision. Understood?
thank you very much. We had gotten adjourned to this case for today, and he was supposed to.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Your audio cut out.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can.
We had gotten an adjournment for today for the discovery so that he could get the discovery and review it and let me know what his opinion on it was. He had never even reviewed the discovery yet. He's never gotten.
Judge, I'm not going to get into an arguing match with her. I would just note for the record to protect myself, I have gone over every piece of discovery that Ms. Manarino provided to me with Ms. Palmer. The only thing I have not reviewed with her is the video because I have not received the video.
Okay. Ms. Palmer, we're going to let you talk to Mr. Bowditch.
Thank you very much.
All right. Paula? Dan, you got anything else scheduled with us?
No, that's it. Thank you very much, Judge. Ms. Manarino, Jeff, everyone take care. Paula, take care.
Enjoy
I'll see
your
you
day.
next time.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Your Honor,
Yeah.
there was a Destiny Jamie Field that called my office. She was also struggling with the Zoom this morning.
She's in the waiting room.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Yep. Paula, you putting Jeff in?
Yeah, I couldn't find Miss Palmer on the list, but I did.
And Miss Jamie Field, are you connected?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got a file here from October 20, 2020. The charge is retail fraud. The possible penalties up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
You want to talk to an attorney or you want to hire your own?
Yes, please.
Which one?
Talk to the court-appointed attorney.
All right, I'm gonna have to put you in the waiting room until we've got one that's available.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Actually, Paul, I'll just leave her here and mute her because that's easier for you to break out, right?
Yeah, because I'll have to bring her back in.
I'm gonna try John Spang. No, I'm not. I'm gonna try Jonathan Forrest. That's confusing. We've got a John Forrest and we've got Jonathan Forrest today.
Yeah, I believe they're father and son.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name Jonathan Forrest?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Forrest, help me find your name. What time were you scheduled this morning?
He was scheduled at 10:20, Judge. And you're Jonathan Robert, correct?
Yes, Jonathan Robert Forrest.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Robert, I've got, or Mr. Joseph, I've got, Mr. Forrest, I've got two files here. Retail fraud and retail fraud, one from November 15th, one from December 2nd, both 2019. Each one punishable by up to 93 days in jail, each one up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney?
Is it a court-appointed attorney I can have?
If you want to wait for one.
How long will one come?
I don't know. There's two people talking to him in front of you.
Okay, yeah, I would like to speak to an attorney.
Rebecca's mom said she would call her. All possible appendicitis.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Forrest needs Jeff as well.
Hello.
Good morning. Is your name Murdoch?
Good morning, sir. Yes.
What time were you scheduled, Miss Murdoch?
10 o'clock this morning from what the
Thank
paperwork
you.
said, sir.
Thank you very much.
I got on at about a 9:40 this morning, sir.
Yeah, we're really busy today.
I understand.
All right, so I've got a file from July 5, 2019. The charge is assault and battery. Possible penalty for that charge is up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court cost. Do you understand that?
Son. Yes, sir.
All right. And Miss Manarino is the prosecutor for Van Buren Township. She's joining us today. Miss Manarino, is there an offer for Miss Murdoch?
Your Honor, on this one, I tried to reach the victim by phone. The phone number that I have for her is no longer in service, so I have to do some searching to find her. So I haven't had an
I
opportunity.
talked to her, ma'am. That's my friend over 20 years. We have 20 years in.
Miss Murdoch, how about you don't interrupt me or the prosecutor? It'll make the process flow a lot better.
Yes, sir. I
So
apologize.
if you do have a phone number for the victim, I would appreciate that.
Miss
She
Manarino,
reached,
hold on, ladies. Miss Manarino, I want to finish your comment. Were you trying to get an adjournment so you can research this?
Yes, Judge, that's
Thank you.
my goal.
Miss
So if she has
Murdoch, do you have a
number-
phone number for the lady that's your friend for 20 years?
she's homeless and her phone is cut off. She's been reaching out to me, Your Honor, via Facebook.
All right,
So-
then we're going to give you a number to pass on through Facebook so she can call Miss Manarino.
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Manarino, when you're ready.
It's 248-865-0001.
On the paperwork. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if you could have her call me.
It was no assault, Miss Marino, so she's probably not, but you know.
Well, here's the problem. Miss Manarino's kind of got her hands tied. If this lady calls her and tells her what went down, then Miss Manarino's probably on the next court. They're going to ask us to dismiss the file. I mean, she's not going to get in trouble by calling Miss Manarino and talking.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to move forward, I'll move to dismiss the charge. So
Yeah,
if
so
you
all
want
she's
to
got to do is
step up,
contact Miss Manarino and say, look, I don't want this to go anywhere. I'm homeless. I don't have time to try to go to court, whatever.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. I'll do
let's-
my best to get the information to her,
All right,
Mr.
well,
Albert.
we're going to give you time. We're going to adjourn this until March 18th at 10:40 in the morning.
Turn that down, son. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Miss Murdoch, you've got a bunch of other files scheduled here too.
I have one on the 21st, if I'm not
First?
mistaken, left.
Yep. Yep. And then you had, it looks like you had a couple files, state files last week on the 8th. Did you take care of those?
I took care of everything, Your Honor.
Awesome.
That's what I'm
So-
trying to do right now is get my license back together, sir.
Yep. So the
And
20.
for the record, if you guys research me, I've never had a physical altercation in 43 years. Your Honor, I brought this girl over here on.
Ma'am, I don't have time for the story. I hate to be blunt, but
Yes,
I've got a
sir.
docket from hell this morning.
Yes, sir.
I don't have time for the story. Try to get the
Yes,
lady
sir.
to talk to Miss Manarino and this thing will go away.
Yes, sir.
All right. And good luck on the 21st.
Okay, thank you.
Jeff, are you ready with anything?
Ready with Miss Palmer, Your Honor.
All right. We've got some other folks waiting for you in a breakout room too. Miss Palmer, you there?
Do we have a case number on Miss Palmer, Judge?
200298. What are we doing with Miss Palmer?
Miss Palmer requests a jury trial, Your Honor. I've explained to her there'll be a delay.
That's the understatement of the day. Ms. Palmer, any questions? Hello?
Hello.
Do you have any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
Your
Namaste.
Honor, could I go into a breakout room with Miss Palmer again to give her my information?
Nope. But you can give her a phone. I don't have time for that today. I got two other people waiting to talk to you as an attorney. So
I
you can,
understand, Judge. Do we have
you
a
can-
number for Miss Palmer that I could at least get?
Miss Palmer, what's your phone number?
313-412-1026.
What was the last?
1026.
I'll give you a call, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
313-412-1026. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Jeff, we'll put you in a breakout now with Mr. Forrest. Mr. Forrest has got two different.
I think Miss Jamie Field was first, Judge.
All right, Paula, but by the time, while you're interrupting me, he could have been talking to Forrest. I don't really give a shit which one of those people I talk to first.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Forrest has two files of retail fraud. They're both from 2019. Miss Manarino, is there an offer?
No, Judge.
Yes.
No offer. Are you Renee Hamlin?
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Ms. Hamlin, you've got a file here for November 24, 20, false report to a police officer, punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney?
He was supposed to be here.
Who's he?
Jeff?
Mr. Bowditch?
I think so, yeah, and I tried calling him, and his phone was disconnected.
Mr. Bowditch?
It was Jeff.
No. His phone hasn't been disconnected. But you're lucky he's the one that's assigned to us today and he's in the waiting room talking to some other folks.
Okay, so yes, Jeff.
We'll let you talk to him today.
Okay.
Mr. Simon, get connected or you're going bye-bye. Your audio's not on. Mr. Flake, are you connected? Terrell Flake. Mr. Flake, are you connected? Four, three, two, one. Today was not the time to figure out how to use Zoom, ma'am.
Judge,
Yep.
what I typically do when I go through the docket is I put a note on like next to each case of what the offer is and I usually just email that to whoever the MIDC is or Al or whoever's doing the docket. Would that work in terms of me communicating what the offers are for you?
Yeah, just so, for example, while you're in a breakout with an attorney, I can talk to three people and say, here's the offer. What do you want to do? Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't care how you get it to us. It doesn't have to be an actual plea agreement.
Yeah, it's not that.
If it's just a list, a file name and an offer.
Yep. Okay. That's what I'll do then.
Mr. Chandler, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me just a minute.
Okay.
Jeff, are you ready on Forrest?
I need to speak with Angela.
See, this is why I can't accomplish anything today. Because I can't do anything without Angela in my room. That's why I got to have plea agreements or something on paper.
Do you want me to email you my notes from the police for today, Judge?
I've still got half the docket to get through, so that might help.
Okay.
Do you have an offer on Chandler so I can talk to Chandler while you're talking to Jeff?
Yeah, if he pleads on the OWI and the civil, I'll dismiss the DWLS. This was a rather serious incident.
Civil being failed to stop?
Yep.
All right. Paula, put Mr. Bowditch and Miss Manarino in a breakout, please. All right, Mr. Chandler, I've got a couple of different files with your name on them. A civil infraction failed to stop, assured clear distance ahead from May 6, 20, and 2 misdemeanors from that date. Drove while license suspended, revoked or denied, and operating while intoxicated. Each of the misdemeanors is up to $500 fines plus court costs, each one up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The prosecutor tells me that if you plead guilty to the operating while intoxicated misdemeanor, she'll offer to dismiss the drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. And she would also expect a plea of responsible to the civil infraction. Do you understand the offer that's made?
Not entirely. What would that mean I would be doing if I did?
It would mean you'd be on probation and you pay fines and costs if that's what you're after.
Okay. Should I speak to my court-appointed lawyer first, or I just don't know how this works, sir?
All right. Have you got a court-appointed attorney?
Well, I heard you mention Jeff, and that was what I was told to today I would choose if I wanted a court-appointed lawyer or,
Actually, I think the paperwork you were sent about today's court date told you to let us know ahead of time if you wanted to talk to court-appointed attorney, didn't it?
I mean, I have the paperwork right here, sir. I was just really reading how to do the Zoom.
Well, just check that out for me. Doesn't it tell you right there to let us know ahead of today's date if you want an attorney?
Man, where would it tell me that, sir?
I don't know. I've never received a court notice. I've
I
never
guess-
received a court notice to go to the 34th District Court for a Zoom hearing.
Gotcha. I mean, I got the paperwork right here. You may have. I mean,
Got
sir,
anything in there about a court-appointed attorney?
I mean, I'm just reading right here on the back, advice of rights and plea information, and it's going through a list of 1 through 12, and
It wouldn't be in your advice of rights.
okay, tell me do not report to court in person. Sorry, sir, I'm not trying to take
All
up
right.
your.
It's all right.
And no, sir, I don't see any.
All right.
I did talk to. I don't know if this matters to you, but I mean, there's another court-appointed lawyer that I spoke to yesterday, Leanna Belcher.
How did you talk to Ms. Belcher yesterday? Did you have another file scheduled yesterday?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm friends with her brother-in-law, and she was just informing me of what the process was going to be, and then she told me that I would be with Jeff, and I don't know what his last name was, and then she told me that we would talk, and then basically figure this all out. But I'm not.
Yep. So you're not talking to him today because I don't have time for it. So let me get a phone number from him. Jeff, take Mr. Chandler's phone number.
Yes, sir.
276
276
312
312.
0590.
First name?
Bradley Chandler. He's got an operator while intoxicated, drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and civil infraction failed to stop a sheer clear distance ahead. The offer is plead to the drinking and driving. Drove while license suspended goes away. He pleads responsible to civil infraction.
Is that impaired?
What's that?
Is that impaired or regular drunk driver?
Intox.
We're going to adjourn this until 3:18.
And I'll call you about that one, Jeff. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Mr. Chandler, we're adjourning this till March 18 at 10:40. Mr. Bowditch will be in touch.
Okay. Sir.
Good day.
You too.
Thank you, sir. I'll call you, Mr. Chandler.
Thank you, sir.
We'll talk.
Are you ready on Forrest?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we are.
What are we doing?
I spoke with Mr. Forrest, Your Honor. He has 2 charges of retail fraud. What he requested, he plead guilty to one, the other be dismissed. I spoke with Miss Manarino. She's in agreement with that as long as restitution is paid. Restitution would have to be paid anyway. So she's agreed to that. So we're going to plead to 1 count of retail fraud and the other count will be dismissed.
Do we have restitution information?
$690.50.
650?
$690.50.
690.5. And
Yes.
that's on both files. That's the total of 690.5.
Yes, Judge.
Do we care which one the plea is taken on?
Do not.
All right. Mr. Forrest, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
All right. You understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Bowditch today?
Yes.
And you understand the possible penalty for retail fraud?
Yes.
And understanding all of that, you're pleading guilty to 1 count of retail fraud on December 2nd, 2019.
Yes.
On that day, did you try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township without paying for the merchandise?
No, I'm not too sure of the deal. I was just trying to get it over with.
Doesn't work like that. We'll see you March 18th. I don't have time for the bullshit. Jeff, you got to do a better job with them.
My apologies, Your Honor.
Paula put Mr. Bowditch in breakout room with Miss Hamlin. And Angela, if you explain to Mr. Bowditch what's going on with Hamlin's file.
Yep, the offer, it's a false report to police. The offer 771 for 12 months.
Yep. Counsel, you got to get connected.
Thank you.
Mr. Hall, your appearance for Mr. Salat, please.
Thank you. Cyril Hall on behalf of the defendant. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Ms. Manarino, anything counsel needs to discuss?
If Judge, could I speak with Mr. Hall for a second?
Paula, can you put the attorneys in a breakout?
Hello?
Mr. Hills,
Yes, sir.
what time are you scheduled for court?
I believe it was 11, either 11 a.m. or 11:15.
Yeah, you're scheduled for a motion with Mr. Bowditch.
I'm not sure what I'm scheduled for, to be honest with you. I spoke with him last week, and he wasn't even, he wasn't aware of why we were before the court on this date.
I'm telling you, you're scheduled for a motion with Mr. Bowditch. So he's backed up right now, talking to other people. So we'll put you in the waiting room.
Whose motion is it? And what kind of motion?
I don't know that. I don't have the file open. I'm just looking at the docket.
All right, I'm on standby, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paula, do you know where that motion file's at? Because it's not in the stack. What's your name? You're muted.
Wayne Morris.
Morris, M-O-R?
Morris.
What time you scheduled, Mr. Morris?
10:30.
Thank you. Paula, can you fix the name on Mr. Christian Hill and change it to Mr. Morris? First name Wayne, Mr. Morris?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Hall,
Your Honor.
are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecutor and I were going to adjourn this matter before discovery. But there's an issue that I raised with her, and I need to bring it up to the court. It's regarding the permission of my client to leave the jurisdiction. And Your Honor, my client's mother is from Yemen, and she wishes to go there. She's elderly. She hasn't seen her daughters in a number of years, really in excess of 12 years.
Okay.
My client was going to take her there, and I was going to respectfully ask you, could this case come back in April?
I don't think we got any April date. Paula, you got any April dates?
Yes, I got the calendar right here.
Give me a date.
Actually, it would be for us. We can do April 1st or April 15th.
Your Honor,
Counsel, any preference?
I will respectfully ask for the 15th, Your Honor.
All right, time will be set by the clerks when they send the notices out.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
What time, Your Honor? Oh, the
Time will be
notice.
set
Okay.
by the clerks when
I'm
they send
sorry.
out the notices.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Hamblin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what we're doing.
Your Honor, Ms. Hamlin wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead guilty to the charge of filing a false police report with the understanding, I think I'm correct, that the court will take the file, keep it for 6 months. If Ms. Hamlin gets in no more trouble, the court will consider a dismissal of the charges. The plea, Your Honor, would be no contest. Ms. Hamlin has really very little memory of that day.
All right. Is that correct, Ms. Manarino?
Judge, I had asked for 12 months. I think Mr. Bowditch had said 6.
My apologies, Ms. Manarino.
Okay.
She has no criminal history. I think she might be a good candidate for a 6-month, if you might consider it.
All right. Well, Ms. Manarino, if you're willing to leave it up to me, I'll decide the time period after I hear some facts.
I would be fine with that, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Hamlin, are you on Tyler Road? Is that a good address?
Yes, sir.
Let me have a phone number for you.
734-223-5207.
223-5207.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. And you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all that, you're pleading no contest, correct?
Yes, sir.
When you plead no contest, you're literally telling me, Judge, I'm not fighting the charge against me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do one of you have a factual basis you could share with me, Mr. Bowditch, Ms. Manarino?
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
On November 24th of 2020, Ms. Hamlin had called the Van Buren Township Police Department to make a report of a domestic violence complaint. The following day, she called the Van Buren Township Police Department and indicated that she had lied when she made that report about the domestic violence.
Mr. Bowditch, you satisfied with the factual basis?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Ms. Hamlin, got any prior criminal history, Ms. Manarino?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
None, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Hamlin, any misdemeanors or felonies on your record, ma'am?
No, sir. This is the first one.
Are you working?
Yes.
Where do you work?
RHP Properties.
How long you been with the company?
A little over a year, almost 2 years.
All right, full-time job?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, anything else I should consider?
No, Your Honor, this event was an aberration. A combination of some medication she was taking caused her to overreact to a situation. Nothing prior, nothing since. And her
right.
medication's now regulated.
Thank you. All right, Miss Hamblin, anything you want to add to that?
Oh, sir.
All right, I'll go along with the delayed sentence. I'll do it for 6 months. Stay out of
Thank you, Your
trouble,
Honor.
no new criminal offenses. Court costs are assessed the amount of $400. I can give you a due date or a payment plan.
Payment plan, please.
Monthly,
Yes, please.
how much and when can you start?
We do like 100.
You tell me, can you do 100? You sure you can do that much?
If I could do 50, that would be great.
Just pay more when you can. $50 a month starting when?
The end of this month, maybe 2 weeks.
If I give you till the 29th, that's the last Friday of the month.
Okay, yes.
All right, and the address on Tyler Road, that's good for 6 months or more?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Yeah.
Honor. Thank you, Ms. Hamblin.
Jeff, I think the next one that needed to talk to you, I'm not sure now, is Jamie Field.
This is that case,
Mhm.
and you had put it on my desk to schedule for a motion. It was already scheduled. But if they want to.
Is Jamie Field, Your Honor, one word or 2 words?
One.
One.
Oh, that's her last name. All right.
And Jeff, it's a retail fraud. The offer 771.
Let me go.
All right. What's your first name?
Destiny.
Do you have a case number, Angela?
20 VB 05078.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready, Paul.
Okay.
Mr. Carter, you connected?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 3 files here from July 28, 2020. No proof of insurance, civil infraction, speeding ticket, civil infraction, and a misdemeanor allow a suspended or revoked person to operate a vehicle. Joining us on Zoom is the prosecutor for the township, Ms. Manarino. Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Carter to consider?
Yes, Your Honor. If he pleads to the allowing, I would dismiss the 2 civil infractions.
You understand that offer, Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Allow unlicensed driver to operate carries a possible penalty of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines, plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
Do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes.
And what is that decision, sir?
Guilty.
Did you in fact, on July 28, 2020, allow someone to operate your vehicle that was not licensed to do so?
Yes.
I will accept your plea. I will dismiss both civil infractions in keeping with your agreement with Ms. Manarino. I've got your address on West Ainsworth. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you working?
No. I'm on unemployment right now.
All right. From where?
From Oakwood Group in Taylor.
What do they do?
They do like car parts for different corporations.
Okay.
Basically all the corporate big 3 and all the car plants.
Good. Is there anything else you want me to consider, sir, before I set the terms of your sentence?
Just probably just a little time, maybe just to pay. Maybe like
Sure.
I'm not sure how much it is, but some
We'll
little
work
time.
with you.
Okay.
All right. On the misdemeanor, fines and cost total $400. Can you do that within 30 days?
Yes.
All right. Both civil infractions are dismissed, sir. Any questions?
No. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Pay $400. We gotta pay $200, $600.
Paula, see who John's iPhone is. I don't think we've tried him yet.
He's not connected. Oh, here he is. Sir, can you tell me what your name is, please?
John Forrest.
I'm sorry, the last name again?
Forrest.
Forrest.
Okay.
Mr. Forrest, you are charged with retail fraud, a misdemeanor, date of December 31, 2019. Possible penalty for the charge, up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Manarino, is there an offer for Mr. Forrest to consider?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Forrest, you can plead guilty to the charge or we can set it for trial. If you want to set it for trial, that gives you two options. You can set it for a bench trial, you can set it for a jury trial. Do you understand the difference between the two trials?
Yes.
What do you want to do, sir?
I want to plead guilty.
Did you, on December 31, 2019, try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township without paying for that merchandise?
Tell you the truth, well, yes, yes.
What store was that, sir?
I really don't even remember, to be honest with you.
It was Menard.
I was shocked when
Mr. Forrest, your audio is going nuts.
I don't remember what store it was. Menards.
All right, Ms. Manarino, is that what
Hello?
your report says, Menards?
Yes, Your Honor. There is also an issue regarding restitution.
Okay, what's that request?
$746.48.
All right. All right, Mr. Forrest. Just say something so I can check your audio because it was going crazy. Yeah, he's froze. Miss Jamie Field, are you connected?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, what are we doing?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of Ms. Jamie Field. Your Honor, we wish to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead guilty to the charge of retail fraud with the understanding if she complies with all the court's wishes, after the expiration of time, the court may consider dismissal of these charges.
All right, Miss Manarino, what's the offer time frame?
6 months.
All right, Miss Jamie Field, do you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand the possible penalty for retail fraud charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to this charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township without paying for it on October 20?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And what was that merchandise and what was that store?
It was Walmart and it was makeup and stuff.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Miss Jamie Field, are you still on Mohawk Avenue?
Yes, Your Honor.
Phone number 740-9744.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are you working?
I babysit twice a week.
All right. Any prior criminal history for you, Miss Jamie Field?
No, Your Honor.
All right. 6 months. Stay out of trouble. The address on Mohawk going to be good for 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Court costs are assessed the amount of $200. I'll keep your bond and close your file. That was a really stupid move. Don't do it again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Especially for something silly like makeup.
Yes.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Forrest, let's check your
Yes.
audio.
Yes, you sound good. I can hear you.
All right. Miss Manarino tells me this store was Menards. Menards is making a restitution claim of $746.48.
Okay.
I can accept your plea. I want to check some information. I got you on Tahoe, correct?
Yes.
All right. Phone number?
248-909-6977.
Are you working, sir?
Yes.
Where do you work?
General Motors.
How long?
Going on 3 years.
All right. Anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
No.
All right, Mr. Forrest, total fines and costs on the file, $500. There's a restitution order of $746.48, bringing the total to $1,246.48. I can set you up with a due date, or I can set you up with payments. What do you want to do?
Can I have payments, please?
How much? How often? When can you start?
I can start the first of the month. Can I do 150 a month?
You tell me. Can you make 150? You can commit to that?
Yes.
All right, 150 every month. Start on or before February 5.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do.
You're welcome very much. Enjoy your day.
You too.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
was that Jonathan Forrest or John Forrest?
This is John.
John.
All right. We have another one. All right.
Yeah, Jonathan's the one that blew his plea, so I adjourned him. I think we're caught up with the ones who wanted to talk to you, Jeff.
All
Now
right.
we've got a bunch of people that we couldn't get connected, so we'll try them again.
I'm here, Judge.
Thank you. Oh, Jeff, you know what you need to do? You need to, Jeff, don't go away. We need to put you in a breakout room with Derek Hills.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hills is scheduled today for a motion. Your ex parte motion to set aside order for fingerprints and dismiss without prejudice. Have you
He filed that
seen?
in pro per, Your Honor. I didn't file that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I received Miss Manarino's response. Thank you, Angela. But I never filed that motion. He did.
All right, Mr. Hills, are you there?
I am.
All right. You filed that motion on your own, sir?
I did.
All right. And are you prepared to go forward without benefit of counsel?
I'm not.
Okay. So do you want to talk to Mr. Bowditch in a breakout room?
That's not necessary because Mr. Bowditch, I don't think he recalls this, but he already addressed the issue of the fingerprints at the previous hearing. So that issue has been resolved.
Okay, well, that's news to the two attorneys and me. How was it resolved?
Well, first of all, the last hearing that we had, the motion to set aside the order had not been filed. It had not been received by the court. The mail probably was very slow. But at the previous hearing, Mr. Bowditch brought to the attention of the court that I had not appeared at the Van Buren Township Police Department because I was quarantining. And I recall the court indicating that that was fine and that the prints could be taken at a later date. That was the resolution at the prior hearing.
Okay, were those prints taken?
No, sir, they haven't been.
Then I guess we don't need a motion to give your prints back, do we?
No, sir, we don't.
Okay. So my question is, there's a motion scheduled today to dismiss this matter. Mr. Bowditch says he doesn't know anything about it. You tell me you want to have counsel involved. Is Mr. Bowditch going to represent you, or are you hiring your own attorney? I'm confused.
Okay, the motion, I thought it was.
Answer my question, Mr. Hills. Are you going to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to let you talk to Mr. Bowditch today? A or B? You don't have a C choice right now.
Mr. Bowditch is my attorney.
Great, then I'll put you in a breakout room so you can bring each other up to speed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How you doing?
Hello?
Mr. Spang?
Yes, sir.
Finally got you connected. Let me see if I can find your file.
Yes.
Here you go. See if there's a Spang SPANG file in there. Miss Manarino, can you explain if there is an offer, what it is?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Spang, has the semi and the trailers, are those still on your property?
No.
Those have been removed?
Yes.
Then I'd move to dismiss the charge, Your Honor.
Mr. Spang, is it safe for me to assume that you do not want to object to a dismissal?
I do not object.
Have a great day. File is dismissed.
Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor.
About the license being suspended, when will that be taken care of?
What license are we talking about?
My my driver license, I received a note saying that my driving privileges were suspended until this was resolved.
I don't know how, because I don't have any indication that we've done anything to suspend your license.
Okay, well, I got pulled over by a cop, or I talked to a police officer and ran my driver license, said I've been suspended by the 34th District Court because of this issue.
Number one, I don't think I can suspend you for this charge.
Well, that's what he told me.
I think that officer was misreading whatever he had in front of him.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, if you find out from Secretary of State that somehow you got suspended on this, then let us know and we'll try to help you out.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Mr. Morris.
Hi.
I've got a December 23rd, 2019 retail fraud misdemeanor file. That carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
I do.
Ms. Manarino, is there an offer?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morris, your options today, you can plead guilty to this charge or you can set it for trial. If you choose to set it for trial, that gives you a couple more options. You can have a jury trial or a bench trial. If you don't know the difference between the two, I can explain the difference. Understood?
Understand.
Do you have enough information to make a decision today, sir?
Honestly, I don't even know what this is pertaining to. I just got this in the mail.
I'll see if I can give you some more information.
Okay.
Says here that Menards was the store.
Oh, that's dealing with
It
Menards.
was on or about December 23rd.
Okay.
And that's about all I've got, other than the fact that the vehicle, or excuse me, that the merchandise totaled approximately $621.45.
Okay.
Ringing any bells?
Well, this has to, because I just went through the same situation with Oakland County because I was actually working. I guess my boss had all this was going on without me knowing. So in Oakland County, I had to plead guilty to it. So I'm on probation. I had to pay restitution. So if this is somewhat the same thing, then yeah, I guess I'll have to plead guilty. There's really no purpose.
Well, I don't know if it's somewhat the same thing because I have no idea what's going on in Oakland County.
No, it's the same thing. It's dealing with Menards. I guess I got caught up with an employer and he was making some bad choices, which I didn't know, but I just got caught up in it. So.
Okay, so explain to me how the employer has anything to do with this charge.
Well, the employer, the retail fraud charge is through Menards, like you stated, but I was working for him and we were picking up supplies, and I guess there were more supplies being taken than was supposed to. I was just doing what I was told, but we went through the whole thing. I paid about $5,000 for a lawyer and we just set it out misdemeanor and I had to pay the restitution back. So this is something new. This is
so on December 23, 2019, you left with, for example, you left with $900 worth of merchandise, but only paid for $300 worth of merchandise.
Well, I didn't pay for anything. Whatever we left with is what he supposedly paid for, because he does all the paying. He shows all the receipts and everything else. So when we go through the gate guard checks everything. So all this is
what's your employer's name?
His name is Jonathan Forrest.
Okay. All right, that's the one that we had earlier today, Ms. Manarino.
Both of the other Forrests. Or both of the Forrests, yes.
I'm going to suggest, Mr. Morris, that we adjourn this matter. We've adjourned Mr. Forrest files.
Okay.
To March 18th. For one thing, it wouldn't be fair for both of you to get ordered to pay the same amount of restitution because Menards is getting a double dip.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Mr. Forrest's matters are adjourned till March 18th. I can adjourn these till March 18th as well.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Jeff, if you'll remember that. Mr. Morris's file should be addressed at the same time when we're taking care of Mr. Forrest's files next time around.
I'm making that note, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morris, anything else?
No, Your Honor. That's all.
Checking your address, you're still on Mark Twain?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jeff, do you know what time we set that one? I think we set Mr. Forrest at 10:50.
I know you said the 18th, Your Honor. I didn't have a time. 10:50?
All right, Mr. Morris, I'm going to put you on at 10:50. Just get in early. Be in about 15, 20 minutes early.
All right, I will.
All right, and do you have a phone number I can put on your file, sir?
I do. It's 248-943-3020.
Mr. Morris, do you know how to get a hold of Mr. Forrest?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Do you know how to get a hold of Mr. Forrest?
My boss, the younger one, because the younger guy was my boss.
Jonathan.
Not senior. Okay. Yeah, I have his phone number.
Well, I don't need it right now. I may call you and get it because I'll probably talk to both of you about this case.
Okay.
I represent
Thanks, Jeff.
Mr. Forrest. I'll talk to you too.
Thank you,
okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Morris.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Before we get into the Hills motion, Jeff, why don't you let me check with a couple other people and see if they're now connected? I couldn't get
Your
their
Honor,
audio going.
it's real brief.
Okay, then I'll call the file.
All right.
People versus Derek Hills, your appearances.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of with Mr. Hills. At this time, Your Honor, once again, I didn't file these motions. Mr. Hills did, but Mr. Hills wishes to withdraw his motions today and keep this matter set for a jury trial that we requested previously.
I had it said that there was a waiver on December 3rd and he wanted a live bench trial. Mr. Hills?
I think he's reconsidered that, Your Honor.
Too
Yes,
bad.
Your Honor. I would
Too
like to
bad.
have a,
No, Mr. Hills, you don't get 2 bites at that apple.
I
On
never-
December 3rd, I explained your options and you wanted a bench trial and waived your jury.
I never asked for a bench trial ever. If you check the transcript, you will see
We will.
I requested a jury trial.
We'll listen to the transcript.
Okay.
But with my he wasn't represented at the time, Your Honor. I think with my
I don't care about that.
I understand, Your Honor.
Because I know how good a job I do explaining their options. So if he waived the jury trial on December 3rd, his jury trial stays waived. If the
On December
transcript, if
3rd?
the transcript, Mr. Hills, I didn't ask any questions, so don't talk. If we check the transcript and my notes in the file are wrong, then he'll get his jury trial.
And Your Honor, one last thing. Mr. Bowditch was representing me on December 3rd. He is the one who advised me to request a jury trial.
And you can file something, you can sue him for ineffective assistance of counsel or sue his ass off. I don't care. But if my record is clear that you were explained your options and you made a choice, that choice is what's going to stand.
But his recommendation, his advice
Mr. Hills,
to me,
I am not going to argue this with you, sir. I will check the transcript. Mr. Bowditch knows how to get a hold of you. I will let Mr. Bowditch know what the transcript tells me, and that's where we're at.
Very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Paula, make a note so you can do that.
Already done.
You didn't hear anything from Christine, did you?
Not yet. I told her to keep me posted.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Mr. Flake, your audio on? It's on your end, brother. It's on your end. Mr. Flake? Nothing. Just give him a phone number. 7034. Ms. Falater, are you there?
Hello?
Mr. Flake, you got it?
Yes, I got it now.
There you go.
Just 1 second. Okay. All right, can you hear me?
I can. Mr. Flake, I've got a file here, a charge of assault and battery, a misdemeanor for November 27/20. The charge carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Miss Manarino is the prosecutor for the township. She's joining us on Zoom. Is there a file or an offer on the file?
Your Honor, this is another case where the victim's phone number is now disconnected, so is unable to reach the victim by phone. I'm just asking for an adjournment so I can try and find the victim otherwise.
All right. Understand, Mr. Flake?
Yes.
All right, we're going to adjourn this until the 18th of March. We'll schedule this one at 10:50, Mr. Flake.
March 18th for what time?
10:50. You want to get in about 10:30, get into the Zoom.
Okay.
Any questions,
All
sir?
No.
You still on Ecourse Road?
Yes.
Phone number?
734-353-6194.
And I've got another file. Looks like you're on a payment plan, a no proof of insurance. You owe $155 on.
Yes. I was
Says
actually
you're behind on your payments. When can you make a payment?
I pretty much I don't have anything right now. I'm actually in the process of trying to take care of that. Actually, I don't even know if I have a warrant for it or not. But-
Not yet. Just give me a commitment. Tell me how much you can pay and when. Doesn't have to be tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see.
Can you
I
pay
could probably-
$50 within the next 30 days?
Yes, I'll be able to do that.
All right. So then we'll get you back on track then.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That'll keep the wolves from your door on that file.
All right.
Hello?
You said total is 155.
On that file, correct.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
All right,
right.
Ms. Falater, are you there? You're muted.
Okay, I think I got it.
Say your last name.
Falater.
I got it right. All right, so we've got an October 17/18 retail fraud misdemeanor. That is punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. I've got a no proof of insurance civil infraction from May 15/19. You owe $433 on. Also from that date, I've got a speeding ticket civil infraction you owe $385 on. Do you understand everything I've told you so far?
Yes.
Your Honor, I believe this is one of mine.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm ready.
Is there
We
an
know what-
offer on the retail fraud, Ms. Manarino?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Bowdish, do you need to speak to the lady in a breakout room?
No, Your Honor, we have spoken previous to this. We are requesting a trial.
All right, Ms. Falater, you understand that you have a right to a bench trial or a jury trial?
Yes.
You understand the difference, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. What do you want to do on this one? The misdemeanor retail fraud?
A jury trial.
And you realize it could be a long time before we get that scheduled because of COVID?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do we have a case number, Judge?
18-4373.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you,
Wait
Heather.
for my other 2 tickets though.
You got to get some money on those. What do you want to do?
I already dropped off money orders. Last time I talked to you, you gave me until Friday because I told you I got paid Wednesday.
This
I dropped
week?
off the money orders on Thursday. No, it was literally like 6 months ago. But you told me I had till Friday, and I dropped off the money orders on Thursday. 2 money orders. One was for 500 and
Okay,
one was for
stop.
200.
You keep talking about Thursday. Are you talking about Thursday months ago?
Yes.
Okay, well, you better track those down then because the money orders didn't make them to your files.
How do I track that though? I've been trying to get a hold of the courthouse to figure out what happened to my money orders.
I'm telling you, they didn't make it into your files. So you got to go to your money order, whoever you bought your money order from, and track it from that end and figure out where it went.
Okay.
Do you know when you put it in and how much money and everything? You got a receipt for the money order?
So I left the receipts on the money order because I thought that they were supposed to clip them to my receipt and mail them back to me so that I would have some kind of confirmation that I paid them. But they never even contacted me about it.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna suggest you make a phone call.
Okay.
Get a piece of paper.
I'm ready.
No, you
Thank
know
you so
what?
much.
Never mind. No, I'm gonna do it another way. 829-8099, a good number for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna have the court administrator call you next week. Try to figure out as much information as you can about when you did that. There's a chance that we've got money orders that we didn't have enough information on to put them in a file, so they're sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Okay, great. I will absolutely do that. Thank you so much.
Keep your fingers crossed. I'm not
I
making
know.
any promises, but maybe.
Okay,
All right.
great. Thank you so much.
Are we done with Ms. Falater?
Yep.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Simon, you got your audio on?
I just asked him to unmute.
Mr.
Okay.
Simon, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Simon, we've got two files from September 5, 2020. Drove while licensed, suspended, revoked, or denied, and operating while intoxicated. Each one of those is punishable by up to 93 days in jail. Each one is up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand the charges, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney?
No, sir.
Are you planning on hiring your own attorney, or would you like to speak to a court-appointed attorney?
I can start with a court appointed, but I believe I might hire.
Make a choice, Mr. Simon. You want to hire your own? I'll just give you another court date.
All right, we'll go with the court appointed.
All right. Miss Manarino, anything Mr. Bowditch should know before he talks to Miss Simon?
Yes, the offer is impaired and dismiss the DWLS.
First
Paul,
name
we'll
for
put him in a
Mr.
breakout.
Tim.
Hey, Paul. I left a message for this. I'm worried. Are you trying to get a hold of him? Yeah. I got to remember to tell Mariah that we're going to set every one of those for another pretrial once we start scheduling. Angela, I just told Paula these bullshit jury trials just kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're gonna have a jury trial on a retail fraud case and a trespass case.
Right.
And what bothers me is, you know as well as I do, if 1 out of 100 had a legitimate reason to go to a jury trial, I'd be shocked. They all just know it's going to take a long time.
Yep. Just buying some room.
Yeah. Mr. Bowditch, are we ready?
I need to go back in with Mr. Simon for just a second, Your Honor. I was in the middle of an explanation.
Paula can do that.
And then I'll leave voluntarily, so I'll get right back.
That's fine. He needs to go back in the breakout. Cut him off too quick.
Do we have a case number for Mr. Simon?
20VB 03837B.
Thank you, Your Honor.
They still have 2.5 minutes in there.
Sure looks good. Thank you.
Ready on Mr. Simon, Your Honor.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, your plate getting it back, you'd have to talk to someone else about that. Judge doesn't have your plate. Your Honor, with Mr. Simon, we'd like to take the mercy of the prosecutor. He'd be pleading guilty to an added count of operating while impaired, with the understanding his two original charges would be dismissed.
Thank you. And Mr. Simon, you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of operating while impaired?
Yes, sir.
And understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that added charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
Sir, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on September 5, 2020 after consuming alcohol?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bowditch, was there a breath or blood test?
Your Honor, I'm not certain. I think there was a breath test.
Ms. Manarino, do you have that information?
A second. Sorry,
Mr.
Judge.
Simon, your address on Van Buren Street a good one?
Yes, sir.
What's your phone number, sir?
248-796-1201.
Do you have an email?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Terrence Simon 335@gmail.com.
Your Honor, I did locate the DMT ticket. The breath test results were 0.17, 0.16.
Thank you. And Mr. Simon, that email account was your first name, last name, 355@gmail?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I've accepted your plea to the added charge. I've dismissed the original charge, and I've dismissed the drove while license suspended charge as well.
Thank
I'm
you,
going
Your
to
Honor.
refer your files to the probation department. Probation department's going to reach out, contact you, and they're going to set up a Zoom meeting, just like we're meeting right now. And on that Zoom meeting, they're going to do an interview and a screening. Based on that information they gather, they're going to put together a report and recommendation. You'll get a chance to look at it. Your attorney will get a chance to look at it. You get a chance to talk to your attorney about it. And then you're going to get a chance to talk to me about it when we actually meet again for sentencing. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the meantime, I want to put you on a personal bond with two conditions. The first one, you cooperate with the probation department and your attorney so we can get you sentenced down the road. The second condition is you do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance that includes alcohol and marijuana unless you've got a doctor's prescription. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
A question for you, doctor. I mean, Your Honor.
Okay, I've been called worse today.
I have I have arthritis, so I do take Percocets that's prescribed.
As long as it's prescribed, no problem.
Okay. Okay.
No problem at all.
Okay.
All right. Then we've also got another file here. It looks like it's a double parking file from 2018 that you were on a payment plan. Total amount due is $238. Looks like it's been a while since you made a payment.
I thought we paid that off. I was paying. Oh man, I swear we paid that off. But-
All I know is my notes that I've got from one of the clerks says that there was an agreement to pay it in full by December 7, 2020. And that didn't happen. It still shows a $238 balance. Looks like it started at 320. It was 323 at one point. So it looks like there were some payments made.
So how do I contact the courts and figure out if I paid it off or not?
Well, I'm telling you right now, you didn't pay it off, at least according to our records. So if you've got some receipts, maybe your money got misapplied somewhere, but we're showing that file still has money due.
Okay. Okay.
So here's what I'm going
All right.
to do. As to that number, I'm going to put in here pay or appear by, let's go with the 29th. So that'll give you time to, go through your paperwork, look for your receipts and so on. And you can show up here Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. For example, you show up with your receipts and say, look, I got these receipts. I just want to make sure I got credit for them because the judge told me on the 14th that I owed more money than I thought I owed.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
Instead of messing around with trying to email stuff.
Right. Right.
And if you can't find the receipts and you just want to get another payment plan set up, then you could do that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Okay, I have another question for you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
How do I go about getting my wife's plate back? Because they took the plate, the license plate.
Right. Two ways that can happen. The fastest way to do that is when you come up here to talk about your receipts, bring her with you. She can request an innocent owner release. It's a form that we can hand her. She'll fill it out. One of the judges will sign it, and then she can take that to Secretary of State. Innocent owner release.
Okay. All righty. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mr.
Angela.
Simon.
Thanks, Jeff.
Are we
Have a good
done?
afternoon.
See you guys later.
Bye, Paula. Thanks. Jeff, I'll call you about those ones we talked about.
Thank you. Were we done?
We're all
We
set.
are done.